Hello, everyone watching at home. Uh, this is the Red Room's weekly game, but today we're going to play Chalk. Chalk! And we are recording this on the day that the Super Bowl is being held, but the results of which we will not yet know. So if you're watching this at home, you may already know whether we're going to get this right or not. But
Hmm.
tonight's adventure is the Fruit of Thine Bowl. We set our scene in Agrabah, which is the largest city on Chalt, which is a planet uh, in the latter stages of its life, having once been a wondrous world of magic. The old gods tore it asunder as they warred with the new gods, breaking the world apart, and then slumbering again after this activity. The people that live on it, including people who have come from other worlds, uh, have done so because of the blood of this planet called Zoth, which is creeping up, which is basically the remains of the God War uh, percolating up. And this material is useful for a variety of things, depending on whether you are tech minded or magically minded, uh, and has become something of a treasure to the people around. So people from other planets come to get it. People from Chalt try to protect it and use it themselves. And the endless war between the new and the old is always being vied. No more than in the city of Agrabah, which is a cosmopolitan land settled upon the deserts of Chalt. It contains a large spaceport, um, as well as an arena for games, and that is important to today's festivities because today the arena is playing host to the Bowl of the Suprons. It is a team kill sport that leads up after a season of elimination rounds. It is a competition to decide who is the best at delving into the underground of Chalk. This is done by converting the arena to make use of the energies of the Black Pyramid and uh, allow the contestants to transition between little pockets of realities uh, in order to seek treasure and one another. The teams are allowed to grab, enslave, or recruit anyone that they meet that they spare within their journey. They can meet each other, and if they do so, they can fight each other and steal each other's treasures. Um, and the goal is to either completely destroy the other team or at the end of the allotted time make their way out of the contesting area with the grandest treasure as determined by the author of Nephalis, which is the new god that this whole thing is in sponsorship of. Uh, Whoever has the greatest treasure will sacrifice it on the altar, and they win. The other guy goes home. And this Bowl of the Suprons is the penultimate contest. Many people have come to watch it and enjoy the spectacle of seeing professionals do what they do best. And the two teams that have made it to this final are the Chiefs of Battle and the War Eagles. The Chiefs of Battle are the favorites to win, but many people say that the priesthood of Nephalis has been a little bit hijinky in their rulings about this team. But the priesthood has audited itself and found absolutely no proof of disorder. Um, they are led by Wiley Highlander, Patty McCombs, uh, and then they have an elven archer in their team called Traveled Clearsea, who is famous for dating a powerful sorceress, Maymay. who is a witch of great power in the city and is a great ally to the current king of Agrabah. There was some controversy. One of their scouts, Harry Buttkicker, gave a speech to some young clerics earlier in the season about the joy of living as the old gods intended, and was outed as some sort of chaos cultist. And it was a whole big thing for a very long time. This has died down as they have made their way through success, and so uh, there are only glimmers of complaints about it now. The War Eagles are less famous. They're scrappy. They're good fighters, but they're somewhat stymied by a highly publicized issue where a priest casting a blessing upon them was unable to spell their name in runes, and so it is believed that perhaps they are not going to be victorious because of this huge luck issue. They are led by Jalen Hurtshoe, who is a canny wizard and strategist, and is great things are expected of him if he survives this. It's a toss-up about who people are betting on. There's lots of scrambling, lots of fussing and complaining, but today you guys are mostly concerned because you're scouring the Zocalo trying to score some scalped tickets to the big arena game because your big plan to sneak in has been stymied by increased security. So you're in the Zocalo looking for a scalper who has some extra tickets. Almost all of them that are being sold are way out of your price range. When a droid saddles up to you wearing a tangerine scarf on around his neck and says, "Hey, I've got a proposition for you. If you'd like to step into the alley and discuss it."
I don't do androids.
Are we together or are we separated?
You're together,
Okay.
as with all good adventuring parties.
We're a third level adventuring party, dude.
Yeah.
We've been through it. We've
A
been
lot.
through it, man.
A lot. Yeah.
Probably lost friends along the way. There used to be 8 of us.
You used to have a bard. That was
Yeah.
early days. That was early days.
Yes.
He had a nice voice.
Yeah, but a bad temper. So what is your proposition, Metal Man?
Greetings. I am E10N. I am hoping to make a deal with you to secure your cooperation in a venture. You come recommended to me as people of exceptional skill and moderate discretion.
I look at the rest of them like, what the hell? Who recommended us?
Charlie from downtown, he says.
That asshole.
Is Charlie a guy you actually know?
Well, I can say I know a Charlie. I don't know if that's this Charlie.
Yeah. You know a Charlie who runs a bar that might have recommended you to somebody.
So Zanimar starts mumbling and he says, Elvis, do I know a Charlie?
The wisp around you kind of floats and veers. You know 7 Charlies.
Oh, damn. Oh,
The one which has touched this one most recently serves the worst kavra that has ever been poured in the sea.
Oh, I remember that Cabra. And I start playing with my tassels.
Anybody who follows local politics, if you want to roll a saving roll, I can tell you something extra about this droid.
I don't know if I would follow local politics. Maybe for a thief it makes sense. I would know what is on to steal.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
A D20?
Yep, D20, and it's under. It's you're rolling under your
You're saying
or,
saving.
you're rolling over your level
Oh, over.
minus. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 6, so
Okay. You know that the scarf means something, but you can't recall exactly what it is about the people that wear that scarf.
So tell me, Tin
Right.
Man, what's your proposition?
Excellent, excellent. Please come this way. And he tries to beckon you deeper into the alley, away from crime.
I follow. I follow him.
Okay. He waits, and well, the job is very simple. I'm offering you staff access passes to the competition,
Oh, excellent.
plus some funding if you can perform a very simple job for us once you're inside.
Inside the stadium.
Yes.
Hmm. And what's the job, the task?
Well, it comes in two parts. First, let me explain. We we have a asset who is a seer of uh, some skill who believes that an unprecedented opportunity will arise should the Chiefs carry the day today.
So the Chiefs must win.
Well, yes, and we think that they probably will, but we want to make sure of that. And
Hmm.
so anything you could do to that end would be most helpful. But provided they do, then we expect that young Clearsea will propose to his beloved Maymay. If that occurs, he will probably do it in front of the altar to Nephalis in order to seek the blessing of the new gods. This is an unprecedented opportunity. Maymay, as you may know, only leaves her floating palace very rarely to come down and speak to mortals. And this will be an unprecedented opportunity to, well, how to say this, assassinate her.
Oh, that's the second part.
Yes, and the far more important one.
So kill May May, right?
Yes.
And
well,
who are we? You say we?
Oh, my employers. I
Yes.
represent a certain faction that would like to see May May dead.
But I must say that's against the law.
Oh
Assassination.
gosh, is it? Well, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. So anyway, can we talk the deal or what?
well, what do you expect us exactly to do, just to make sure that the right team wins?
Well, I wouldn't tell you how to do your job in terms of swaying the contest. It's my understanding you've been in your share of similar environments to that will be simulated today. So maybe a push here, a tug there, the occasional throat slit, whatever it takes to ensure that the outcome is more smooth and more guaranteed than it perhaps already is.
Hmm.
But by all means, Clearsea must survive in order to perform his proposal. So victory and his survival will lead to the opportunity for you to complete your mission and gain the largest bonus.
I'm not very comfortable about the assassination part.
Well, you can leave it to pass you.
Where's Pashu?
Yep. E,
Where's Pashu?
E10N looks around at the rest of him and goes, is this guy okay? And thumbs his, sticks his thumb in the direction of Judas.
He's very sensitive.
He's concerned about the needs of the whole. You might do better to explain to us how this serves the benefit of all, because Jeudas is more concerned about that sort of thing than the rest of us are. The rest of us just want money.
Well, I mean, it's hard to know from the
Yeah.
start. May May is a seducer of minds. She pulls the people into strange fancies. She's a very poor role model. Also, that palace of hers that flies around uses an awful lot of Diturnium northride, which, of course, as you are aware, is a tremendous atmospheric contaminant.
Are you saying that she's evil?
I'm saying, and then he looks at the rest of you. Yeah, yes, I'm saying that she's very evil.
In that case, I will kill her. I will smite her by the power of our gods.
Yes, yes, by all means. Excellent. So each of you needs one of these, and he passes out like little uh, metal printed plates that mark you as being staff members. Uh,
Mhm.
and it has a little lanyard on it as well, so that you don't lose it. These will identify you as staffers to let you inside, and he hands you collectively a sack of something that's jangling. This is your starter funds, and of course, 10,000 more of these will be available to you on the back end, provided everything goes well. 5,000 if you're not able to finish the second part.
Okay.
Confidentially, I would be okay if you only complete the first part because I have decided to bet handsomely on the Chiefs.
That sounds like a great idea, actually. So I look into the sack and I start kind of looking at the coins. What have we got in there?
It is it looks like hundreds. It's hard to count of popsicle sticks that are made of metal. Each of them has a little bit of residue of some sort of like colorful sticky substance of different colors, and the sticks themselves are engraved with some sort of repeating uh, uh, geometric pattern.
Ah, so we've got a sack of popsicle sticks. Interesting.
Yes, but these are a lot more metallic than the ones you've normally seen.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been, jelly beans. It could have been
Mhm.
pornography. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do this. Maybe we can even put down
Sure.
a few bets ourselves.
That's a good idea.
Well, excellent. I hope that I will be seeing you again after you have arranged. After you've made this arrangement, if you will get to a safe house, and he gives you a location, basically of an inn nearby. If you'll make it to the inn, we'll put you up for the night and smuggle you out until the heat dies down, as they say.
Uh, uh, did he give us his name, the droid?
Yes, his name is E10N. It doesn't trip off the tongue like R2D2. You know, not everybody's famous.
Yeah, so he's Elon.
What?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
He works for the Doge organization.
Yes.
Do only good every day.
Exactly. Just the sort of person a lawful demon should want to work for.
Yes. Sure.
So
So
he leaves you to it with the cash and the promises of activity, and yeah, with your passes and your lanyards.
so should we go now, or do you want to spend the money before?
Well, the only thing I would do is I would be placing a bet on the team whose efforts we're supporting and against the team whose efforts we are working against, because we might as well increase our take. We have
Mhm.
no guarantee we'll be seeing the money at the other end. It might happen. Um,
Okay.
that's the other option. We could just take the money and run. That's usually a bad idea.
No,
Usually that
you are
means
kidding,
somebody's.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We're keeping
okay.
the we're keeping
I,
the money.
I still couldn't get used to your sense of humor. Mhm.
Yeah, as you guys exit the alleyway, it's you feel kind of sad for the people that you were in the same boat as a moment ago, as people are vying like crazy for the few scalped tickets remaining for the arena. But
Whereas
also,
we can
yeah,
just
there is
walk in the
a
staff entrance.
exactly, and there is a bookie stand here where they are furiously chalking down bets and such for all sorts of things, including whether or not the halftime show will turn into an all-out brawl. Um,
So I'm going to reach into the sack, pull out 2 handfuls of the popsicle sticks,
okay,
and put them all for the team that we are working against to fail. I
okay,
just
you
I
walk
don't even
up.
count it. I just grab it and put them on there and say I'm going to bet it all against. And I forget what the team's name is.
Oh, yeah, you're the ones you want to fail are the Eagles. So,
Eagles, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
So I bet it. So I bet for Eagles to fail.
All right, the guy he takes your coinage and he's like, "Oh wow, you've actually got some dog coins. That's amazing, or dog sticks. That's
There we
amazing."
go. We're Doge
And,
stickers.
he starts counting them out, and then does a little math on an abacus and uh, writes you out a chit for what you bet. And yeah, then he goes back to marking on the chalkboard, renewed odds now that they could cover more money the other way. So he gives you your slip, and yeah, other people, but he does seem very impressed by this currency that you gave him. And as you're walking closer to the arena, you can see why. There are ads all over the place and
Hmm.
posters up of the of E10N holding up one of these sticks, and it's like money's so good you'll lick it twice,
There you go.
and
There you
yeah,
go.
people are like, oh wow, they must be sponsoring something.
Yeah, and not to mention advertising the new social media platform XXX.com.
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff here, and people are really keyed up because one of the things that's supposed to occur at breaks during the festivities is thespian companies are going to be putting on various very high profile advertisements for local businesses. Some of these have been funded to an outrageous amount.
Okay.
Uh, One question. Each team has a captain, or someone that is in charge during
They
the
have a
game?
leader, yeah,
A
yeah.
leader, yeah.
They probably aren't. They probably aren't. They're basically dungeon delving teams that have you probably maybe even heard of them, although you tend not to give each other cheesy names like the sporting ones do.
Hmm.
So it's almost like the name you give yourself when you go for team trivia or whatever at a pub.
Okay,
so,
okay,
so
okay.
yeah, they registered themselves, but yeah, if you want to roll a saving roll with advantage to see if you
Okay.
know anything about these guys
Okay.
other than what's been reported.
Yeah. So it's 2d20 and I choose the higher one, right?
Correct.
In this case. Oh, 19. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard of both of them. The Chiefs have never really been a delving team outside of competitive this competitive thing that's
Hmm.
come up. They've were assembled for that. Now they've got a few members that have actually done other things, but as a team, they've
Hmm.
never gone anywhere but into an arena together.
Oh, so
The
basically
War Eagles are a
they
lot different. They actually have been to other places as a team.
hmm. So the Chiefs are a new team, the Eagles are a season one, right?
Um, it's fair to say, yeah, it's fair to say that the Chiefs have had more success in the gaming aspect of it, but the Eagles appear to be a little more, legitimate
Okay.
delvers.
Okay. So basically this game it's what? It's going through what's the essence of this game? This
The essence of it
competition.
is that they each enter from a different section of the arena, and the
Mm-hmm.
arena is enchanted so that portions of it are a bleed through of another dimension
Hmm.
that puts them into a situation where they encounter a monster.
Oh,
Basically,
okay, okay,
it is an excuse for there to be a dungeon, right? And
okay.
and it is also viewable from the top. Like they will see it as though they're inside solid rock, but
Mm-hmm.
everyone outside will see it as though they're in like these little glass glass areas that so everything is translucent from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Everything to them is blocked out, so they have to worry about light and they have to worry about lanterns and torches. It's like shadow dark in there, but
Okay,
outside it's all fun and games and people yelling and things like that. Now,
okay,
from what you gather from scuttlebutt from people that have been in these things, you can hear the crowd reaction, but it's
okay.
not as loud as you would imagine because whatever this thing is kind of makes it a little lighter, but you can tell when you're doing well.
And what's the condition for winning?
The condition for winning is the other team completely dies and you get out without getting killed yourself,
Hmm.
or if both teams make it out at the end of the time, whichever one of them has the single most desirable treasure
Okay,
as determined by the altar to the god Nephilis, has to sacrifice that treasure and they win.
okay. Then sacrificed treasure to God Nephilis.
Yep, and Nephilis is a new god. He is the god of competition, sportsmanship, and fair play. His priests wear black and white stripes, and are basically charged with maintaining the sanctity of the game.
Okay.
So, what's the plan, guys? How do we
Uh,
sabotage these people?
I would like to speak to the Eagles, or at least the most seasoned, or their captain, their leader.
Why do you want to talk to them for?
Just the leader, no one
Yes,
else.
but why?
Perhaps I can persuade him to do the thing that he shouldn't do. I have my ways. I'm a nice guy. I'm a priest. Everyone trusts the priest.
Okay, this is not a bad approach. Let's give it a try. I can always invoke the tentacles and simply kill him if necessary.
let's leave that to another
Well,
occasion,
you
please.
can also steal any treasure that they capture and give it to the other team.
That's true. Yeah, once you're inside, if you can get inside the actual competition area, then yeah, all sorts of things become possible.
So, what do you think? Do you want for me to try to speak to the I don't know. Is anyone more more known of the Eagles, a celebrity of theirs, or they're equally known?
I
He's
don't
the
think
most
so.
famous. Yeah, he's the most famous of them
Who?
that you know of. Jalen Hurts is their strategist and leader.
Jalen.
Yep,
Okay.
and he is a wizard by trade.
Oh, Wizards. Even better. So, do you think I could try to speak to this Jalen?
Sure.
And if that doesn't work, we can steal their treasure, right?
Or kill them.
Or kill him.
I must say that I'm not with the killing. I'm not very at ease because they're not evil like Mei Mei, you know.
Well, how come you have? We don't know that everybody is evil. If you talk to them, you might figure out that they have done something wrong and deserve to be
Well,
punished.
let's see. Let's see. So, could I inquire someone from the staff where like I could talk to Jalen?
Possibly. Are you guys going inside?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
this is what
You
we've been
get to
wanting. We've been wanting to get inside.
yeah, you get to the arena, and yeah, it is just packed with people, trying to get in. But when you go to the staff entrance and show your staff passes, the guy looks at them for a moment. He's a droid, and he looks at them and is like, "Ah, very well. You're with the Dogecoin segment. You may go inside. The Your presentation sphere is number H2. You will go on after halftime."
I'll turn to. Hmm? Um, I'll try to speak to this droid to see if it is possible to speak to Jalen or to know at least to know where they are staying at the moment.
Press inquiries will be honored before and after the game, and some during halftime at the press bay, which is located, and he gives you directions on which
Hmm.
hallways to take. A
Okay,
press pass will be necessary.
the staff pass it doesn't work.
He looks at your staff pass again and is like, "No, you are part of the Dogcoin commercial that will be aired afterwards. You are not considered part of the press."
Oh, press
Oh, dear.
pass. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you see any press?
Not here, but here is basically intake for people
Okay,
that are
so I'm
bringing
going
in
to look for
equipment
the
and stuff.
press for the where the press is, and I'm going to try to steal some passes.
Okay. Yeah. When you get to the press area, yeah, there are people kind of crowding around in it, and mostly they look like they're off-worlders.
Hmm.
There's lots of Federation people here and whatnot, but there are a few people that look like locals that are probably a little more into it. That there's a wizard here with a Sardonicus floating next to him, taking furious notes on a scroll as he asks people things. And but yeah, it's kind of a weird cosmopolitan mix of science fantasy reportage. Um,
I'm going to
uh,
look for the number ones.
for the which ones?
The number ones, the ones that
Okay.
younger number ones.
Yeah, you find a few that are kind of like, oh hey, what's going on, and they're chatting up various officials and whatnot. A lot of prep people are here. You think that most of the people being interviewed right now are people that are going to be part of the halftime. So it's lots of like entertainers and things like that, but also people that are presenting these advertisements, which you're like, wow, why are they so excited about these things? Um, and so, yeah, a few of them even cop up to you and they're like, oh, what are you doing here? What are you guys presenting?
We represent Dogecoin. I will hold up a couple of Doge coins or
Or
Doge sticks or
Doge
whatever they are.
sticks, yeah, dog sticks. So,
Dog sticks.
not to be confused. Please don't say that. So, uh, they're like,
Dog
oh
sticks are the
wow,
future. Look,
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, and then
worship
now
them. And I
now
start,
you spend about 5 minutes talking to stick bros about like the stick market. They're like, oh man, Ethereum stick is so good, and they're talking about like the hockey stick and buy the dip. Yeah, there's just all sorts of things. You're like, what are they talking about? And then you figure out what they mean is the sticks that have more residue on them are better. So it's best to buy the sticks when they've been freshly dipped. And you think you're not
Oh.
quite sure, yeah, but yeah. So while this is going on, are you going to be pickpocketing
Yeah, I'm
somebody?
going to pick. I'm going to pickpockets.
Okay, doke.
I think I need to pickpocket 3 people because it's 3 passes.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
That's yeah. If you try to grab a few, and yeah, you end up getting money off of these guys. uh, but you don't manage to grab one of their press passes, mostly because they've got them stuck inside their shirts.
Mm.
And so, yeah, when you grab where you think they're supposed to be, you end up just coming back with some like these weird green sticks. They're popsicle sticks that look like they're made out of bamboo, maybe, and they've got like a little Sigma sign cut into them. And they're like, huh.
Um, is there any kind of map of this saying this is the arena, this is the staff area, this is the catering?
There is a parchment on the wall where someone in graph paper has mapped out the area,
Okay.
and
Can
yeah,
I?
it does have a legend.
Okay. Can I see where the teams are staying?
Yes.
It's far from here.
It's not too far. Everything beneath the arena is fairly close. I mean, it's within walking distance.
Okay. So I'll turn to them and say, "Do you want to?"
But almost nothing here doesn't have people in it, right? So there's lots of staffers running around.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't go somewhere massively unobserved. You have to look like you're doing something, or
Yeah.
you have to have an excuse. But yeah,
So
You.
I'll.
So
I'll,
I
I'll
ask you, do you want to be invisible?
No, I just want to talk to him.
Yes, but if you're invisible, you can get to him.
Well, if we can get some trays, food trays, and say that we are going to take them something to eat and drink before the event, or we can be lost.
Okay. Yeah, I'm up for trying anything. It's whatever you guys want to do. We'll just, if we get stopped and there's some kind of problem, we'll just start killing people. Sounds good to me.
Why do you always have to to resort to violence? Why?
Violence?
Yes,
There's no
violence.
violence. I'm just talking about killing people. I want to do so with as little effort as possible. Violence requires effort. I'm a great believer in being efficient about these things.
You must be believer of the greater good. Be one with the
Oh, I am.
universe.
I am absolutely. I believe
Well,
firmly that the great old ones, when they return, will reward those who recognize
and sometimes
that
violence is needed.
meritocracy is the best way.
Violence is sometimes needed for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes.
Besides, it's
Okay.
very, very convenient.
Okay, let's. Okay.
We're having a philosophical discussion in the hallway.
First, let me try
Anyway,
to talk. First talk, then violence, okay?
okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Blessings to you. And I'll try and I'll get the food tray that rapidly will turn to ashes, but I'll take it anyway. And try to go on in the direction of the where I saw the teams were staying to search for the eagles. And I'll just wait for the game master to return.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
you are or are not going to be invisible.
Well, it can be, but I'm not.
Okay,
Okay.
I mean, I'll save my spell. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so you walk in the direction of the team paddocks, and yeah, sure enough, when you get close, there are two guys in basically plate mail that are black and white striped, guarding each of the team's prep areas from anyone that approaches. And when you walk up, one of them throws up a hand toward you off, and it's like, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Well, I'm Judas. I'm priest of the lawful gods, and I come here to bless the teams for the games ahead.
The only God which is concerned with what is going on today is Nephilus, and we are potent enough to bless or curse anyone who needs such ministrations.
Are you
Guys,
also
we're just
priest?
And
looking for.
he throws a yellow flag at your feet.
Oh, dear.
I must ask you to back off 5 yards.
And I'm going to
I look. What the hell does the yellow flag means?
I'm penalizing you. I'm penalizing you for attempt to invade a secured area. You must move 5 yards back along the hall.
Okay, so I step back 5 yards, and I'll. Why don't you let me talk to them?
A page for these knights very helpfully stretches out a row of chain on a little stick, and they mark off exactly what 5 yards would be. So it's very helpful for you to get back there.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well,
Jodas, I don't think that approach worked.
yeah. Don't say.
Okay.
I'm wondering something. How small I am as a pixie? Like Tinkerbell small?
You're Barbie doll size, yeah,
Okay.
or so.
So could I like throw a towel or something and try to sneak?
You're gonna like act like you're. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ways as a professional. There's a
Yeah.
few ways of sneaking around. Now, whether they have magic methods or whatnot can change that. But yeah, if you hug the ceiling and yeah, if you have something to kind of obscure you, like a piece of black silk or something like that, you can make a
I
you
will
make a
attempt
stab
to
at sneaking
assist
past.
you. I will attempt to assist you and thereby give you, as I understand it, advantage on your roll by going forward to distract these guys. I will hold up 2 dog sticks and I will walk towards them and say, "We have dog sticks and we are looking for
You
autographs. Come on, dude, let us give you some dog sticks, and you can let us go in and get autographs. Come on! I'm being very annoying, loud, and
Gotcha.
otherwise getting in an attempt to help our pixie fairy make her way down without being
Okey
detected.
doke. Yep. Roll your
Okay.
roll with advantage.
How do I count the advantage?
And it's your saving roll minus your level again for you because you're a thief.
Okay.
Since you're sneaking.
So I roll. Sorry. So I rolled a d6. I don't think I count how much is my saving roll.
D20.
D20. Yeah,
Yes.
you'll roll 2 D20s and pick the highest of the two.
Okay. So
And since you're third level and a thief, you're going to want to hit a 14 or more.
okay. So I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Without the I rolled a 16. So now I take off the 3 or I add the 3.
No, you just keep whatever you roll. It's just your
Okay.
saving roll comes down by your level,
Okay.
and then your level again because you're a thief. So
Okay.
yeah,
So I rolled 16. Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, here's the thing: you may want to roll the second die anyway, because I think if
just
you
in
get a
case
natural
it's a
20,
yeah, that's
if
true.
you get a natural 20, you can get something special. Just something to bear in mind, and you're getting the opportunity to roll twice. So
Okay. No, but I did roll the 19.
It was a 4.
But I rolled a 19. So.
Oh, well, okay. Then that's even more of a success. So yeah, they do have magical. They do have some magical defenses here, but you see that they're wards that are written across the ceiling of this place, and they wrote them as high as they could reach, and so there's about 3 inches above that, and you just sail through that area, and then slink your way back down the door, and you managed to pass through the area they're protecting, and now you are in the smelliest place you have ever been in your life. It smells like someone dumped sheep in sewage and then let that slowly dry over the course of a year.
Oh, God.
So yeah, you're like, oh, wow, it's horrible. And you're a female pixie, correct?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah. So this is doubly worse because it offends everything you stand for in terms of hygiene. But yeah, you are inside, for better or worse.
Now I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do by myself?
Yeah, you hear some people splashing in an area that is further in, and here there are little nooks where they have their equipment set up, like their bows and their weapons. And
Can I mess with their equipment?
I mean, you're inside, so yeah, you can.
And try to make it non-functional.
Okay, so you see.
Well, I have traps, so I don't know if that could work in opposite, right? To break the equipment.
Yeah, you can sabotage stuff. Yeah. Just fine. Yeah. So what you're looking at is here the stuff that's out looks like a wizard stuff, a archer stuff, and then some big barbarian sword or something. That looks like it's serrated on one end. It's and then this little thongy leather thing to go with it. So yeah, you're thinking barbarian, wizard, and an archer.
If I could make the staff and the arch backfire whenever someone is using it, that would be neat.
So what are you doing to kind of mess with them?
Make it explode on their. So I guess I have some tools because I pick lock, so I would have some tools for that.
Yeah. Now, you don't know much about wizarding, but you do understand that maybe if you score it up, that might cause it to or if you break some element of it or mess up the designs on it.
Just cross the runes or something like that.
Actually, a lot of your thief's tools could do nasty things. Like most thieves are going to have oil to keep hinges from squeaking. I mean, you put oil in the right place, and like if you put oil on the
Yeah, if
tips
you
of a
all up a
bow,
barbarian. Oh wait, that makes it
Yeah.
better. Never mind. That makes
he goes to swing it and it goes flying across the room.
Grond is slippery.
Or you put it on the tips of the bow, and then when they go to
Mhm.
draw it, the strings slip off.
Grond
Yeah.
has learned that beauty has its cost.
Yeah, you can do all
So
kinds of nasty things.
yeah, in the time that you're here before someone comes back, you can tinker with at least one of these. So which one's your priority?
The staff.
The staff, okay, and you're just sort of messing up runes and stuff.
Yes.
All right. Roll me a d20.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you shoot, 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 shoot. Uh,
To him,
yeah,
I guess that he will not notice. So, like, very discreet.
yeah. You just add some extra
Mm-hmm.
stuff in, and you're just basically looking at other stuff like, okay, and this looks kind of like that. Yeah, you're basically making spelling errors as far as you can tell, and they've already got a history of that. So E G L. So yeah, you mark one up, and then yeah, you hear the rustle of somebody coming out of the bath area, and is coming into the locker room like, oh yeah, whatever, man, we've got this, just stay positive. And he's got his towel, which he takes off and starts flicking another guy with it, and you have to see his backside, and you're traumatized because that's how it works.
It reminds me of that time at the UNG.
So yeah, you managed to flit up skyward. Are you going to try to hide somewhere in here, or are you going to try to get out?
Yeah, I'm going to try to hide to see if I can match something else if I have time.
Okay, all right. Roll me a fresh one without advantage. Or roll me
14.
Okay. So yeah, the crew, 5 of them finally assembled. 2 of them had already apparently gotten their stuff ready, and they get together and they are having a little confab while the other 3 get their stuff together. And the wizard whose staff you messed up appears to be the leader, and he's giving them a pep talk. Like, hey, we're the underdogs. But we're good at this. We know what we're about. We fought just as many guys to get here as they did. So don't forget your jobs. Do what you're supposed to do. Be wary. 10-foot pole, everything. You know the drill. And they're all like, yeah. And they grab a few. And everything here has a manufacturer sticker or something on it, like
Oh God!
everything they are, like the wands or
Sponsors.
brought to you by Magiface for all your wand needs. Like, yeah, everything is branded out the wazoo, and they have their little tunics on that have an eagle on them, and each of them has a number, which you think might be their level. You're like, It's like, Holmes, Ranger, 3rd level. And so, yeah, they suit up and give a pep talk. And, yeah, you're just sort of hanging out on the locker, hoping nobody looks in your direction. And then they begin filing out to go to apparently a press conference just before things are supposed to start. And then, yeah, you're kind of in the room alone, but also the room's kind of empty of stuff at this point.
Okay, so there's nothing for me to spoil. Okay.
Yeah, it's your understanding they'll probably come back here at some point, but by then things may.
Is there any water or beverage there?
There are healing potions and stuff here. They're kind of this weird sickly green color, and they have like a orange lightning bolt on the outside.
So I'm thinking, if I could mess up with those, how could I do it?
Poison.
Yeah.
All right, you give me a D6 roll. Trying to roll high. It's 50-50.
2.
Okay. Yeah, you pop one of them open and put a drop of poison in it, and a couple of seconds later, the healing potion poison mixture just sort of explodes, and all this purple foam goes flying everywhere and is filling the room up.
Oops. So I better
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah. Basically, if you don't leave, by the time it gets to the ceiling, you may be solidified in here because it's this big thick foam that looks like it's setting up as it goes. So you go back the way you came, and your pals are waiting on you. Now, in the meantime,
Yeah.
Mumbles has been talking to these guys about the Dogecoin. They get really upset. They're like, I can't believe that you would ever think of bribing an official of the Supron Bowl.
Oh, come on, guys. We just want autographs. Two dog sticks. 3? Come on. We just want autographs.
Then they look at each other and they're like, 3 is kind of low, isn't it? Yeah, 3. I don't know. Like, no one knows what these things are worth. And then the other guy's like, well, popsicle sticks are really just worth what people think they're worth. And then they get into a long philosophical debate with each other about like how to value any currency, and you're like, oh my god, is that the special ability of these fucking things, like to make people talk about the value?
Wait, they seem distracted.
They do seem very distracted, yes.
Okay, I'll just look at Mumbles and make the signal to try to get in.
Rush them!
Notice.
I think you're better off if I keep them distracted, because I have a feeling if I step away, then they would notice. Because right now I'm waving the dog sticks in their face. And you just hear me kind of mumbling to Elvis. Elvis, am I getting this done right? Is everything okay? Can we get past them?
Okay, so I'll try to get in unnoticed. Like very.
I have no idea who Elvis is, by the way, but he's the one who told me to put tassels on the ends of my horns. And
a little less conversation, a little more action.
There you go.
Yeah, Elvis is whatever he's saying does make a whole lot of sense at the moment. You think he might be a third front in this conversation that's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, it's about time for me to start going epileptic and prophesying anyway. Okay. The dog sticks, they are the foresailers of the apocalypse. Only dog sticks will still have value when the old gods come.
No, you start screaming like they're going straight to the moons, straight to the 7 lavender moons of Chalk. And then there's a huge debate about which moon actually would control the value. And like basically about midway through what is this catastrophically boring and recondite conversation about the moons of Chalk and the value of fiat currencies and things of that sort. Your thief rejoins you, and the area behind them explodes in this like purple foam that is like takes the doors off of that area and is now starting to fill the hallway.
Okay.
Oh
well, it's time to go.
And I say,
guys.
Remember dog sticks! And then I go away with everybody else.
To the moon!
How can I? Gosh, Jesus, I must talk to the guy. How can I?
Every time I prophesy, it gives me a headache, guys. Elvis, why do I get a headache?
You have
Just like you say, man. Just like you say.
Mm-hmm.
You have a headache.
Oh, it's okay. It's just the prophesying.
Oh, okay. Now what? We'll wait for the half time and try to talk to them.
Well, let's see how they do during the first half. If we've done our job, we've earned our initial payout at least. If not, we may have
Hmm.
to do something else that presumably could involve killing people. And now, what I mean is doing something for the greater good.
Okay, you're
Okay, as you
getting there.
guys are having this conversation, a couple of guys are bringing a bunch of boxes, and one of them has a wand, and he's kind of pointing it at these little purple slime creatures that are carrying the boxes, and he's like, using the wand to direct them around, and he's like, coming through, coming through. We have some last minute additions to the competition floor. And he sees you guys have staff badges. He's like, "Hey, lend a hand here. Get those 3 boxes over there if you would."
Sure, no
Oh
problem.
yeah, sure. Are the boxes open or they are sealed?
They're sealed up, but they look like little chests. But when you grab a hold of them, like the chest like smiles at you,
Which
and
is what I
you
see
see that there
inside
are
of them.
teeth inside. Yeah, you're like, aha,
They're
So
heavy.
that's what I see inside is
teeth,
is teeth. Okay,
teeth and gums.
so I look over at you and say, there's something really bad in here. Can we
If
make
you
use
look
of
in the
this somehow?
keyhole, if you look in their keyhole, you see a very healthy cloaca.
I was about to say I don't have to look because I can literally see through the.
That's a very good point. Yeah, these are mimics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, any chance we could make some effective use of these things for our purposes?
Hmm.
I mean, it's going to get us out on the floor anyway.
These mimics will interact with the players.
That's why they're there. Yeah.
The staffer guy's like, I don't know. I mean, sure, hopefully if they go that way, but I mean, a lot of this is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Like we don't know what they're going to do once they get in there.
Hmm.
Plus, some of these guys can smell a mimic a mile away, and then one of the mimics is like, "Screw you, buddy."
Okay, so
Let me think.
okay, we are going
How can
to
I
the
do this to
arena.
cause mayhem? Yeah, we're in the arena now, man.
Yeah, to put the mimics, and perhaps I'll have the chance to talk to the guy in the arena. I'll just wait for him to come out, right? If I stay near the exit, the entrance in this case of the arena.
Well, you go in the side, and basically what you see is it looks like a mountain made of glass that you can see into, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's got a very rocky disposition to it, but the pathways and whatnot are very organic and not
Mhm.
structured. But it looks like it's made of glass, except as soon as you get to one edge of it, the guy just walks through it like it's gelatin and carrying this thing, and he just sort of waves you guys to follow him.
Okay, I'll follow.
Okay. Once you go through the gelatin, you're now in a rocky dungeon area, and the guy's lantern is the only light source that you see. And he puts one of the mimics down, and tells his little slime guys to let go of it. And he's like, "All right, so what do you think? We put them all together, or we spread them out a little bit?"
Perhaps
Oh,
you
we
should
definitely spread them
spread them.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we should give them some hints as to what they should look like.
Uh,
Again, the mimic that's on the ground's like, "Fuck you, buddy." Don't tell the mimic how to mimic.
So each team enters the arena from a different entrance, right?
Yeah, each side he points in 2 directions. So I mean, we got some time yet. They won't get to these places, in the first quarter.
Do we know where the Eagles will enter?
He points in that direction.
Okay, since
But we got to be nonpartisan here, right? We got to spread
yeah,
the love around a little bit.
We're absolutely nonpartisan.
Sure.
We'll just head over in
Yeah,
that direction and find different entrances we can put these out.
No, I'm
yes.
not kidding. If you do anything to benefit the Eagles, those guys will come down on you so hard.
No worries. No
Mm,
worries. We know what we're
eh,
doing. We're going to make this stuff fun and
Yes,
entertaining for everyone, and it will serve
And
everyone's best
family
interest. Right?
friendly, right?
And family
Family
friendly.
friendly.
yes.
Absolutely.
We
The
got a
gods
lot
of
of complaints about
the
this halftime show. Apparently, all the BDSM models and whatnot not family friendly. How many families are in Agrabah? Like two, and they're mafia families. I don't know who we're appealing to here.
oh
There's family, and then there's family.
Yeah,
yeah, but don't worry, we'll be, you know,
Discreet.
yes,
Discreet. That's the
discreet
word,
and
right?
no, no, we
Is
yeah.
that
want
the word?
discretion. We want pizzazz, and he literally waves his hands up over his head, and their rainbow appears. Like,
Oh,
got
jazz hands.
Oh,
Oh,
exactly.
jazz
okay,
hands.
got it.
We
Got
want
it.
we
Yeah.
want every encounter to pop. I've been reading this magazine, and he pulls out like a like this well worn magazine. And he holds it up, and it's like and he shows it, and it's how to decorate a dungeon like a fucking boss. And he's and he points like, all right, see, and you got it like five. It's 5-room dungeon, except we got like 25 rooms. I don't know how to do the math. This is crazy. But anyway, I think we put one every 2 rooms or so. What do you think? You think that's going to make them too
Yeah.
mimicky? They're going to be like, oh, it's a mimic again, right? How do we
No, I
stage
think
these
it'll work
out?
just fine.
What
I'm
about if we put in 4 rooms in a row because they'll think, okay, first one is a mimic. They wouldn't put a second or a third mimic right next to each other, so they'll be surprised.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like it. I like what you're. Here's the thing: is that one of these isn't a mimic, and it's an actual treasure. So I don't know which is which at this point. The only way I can tell is by insulting them. They're union mimics. So if you
Oh,
tell them how to do their job, they get kind of grumpy at you. But a treasure never gets grumpy at you.
No,
And then
that's
you
true.
hear from one of the boxes, "Fuck you, buddy."
and
So I
alternative.
mentally note which
Okay.
box that is.
Typical treasures don't get lippy with you.
So I'll turn. I will turn to every treasure, and I'll just start saying "fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," and I'll just try to see if there's if which.
Every box is like, "Look, buddy, come on, calm down." Like there are variations on them. Like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Like, "Hey, I'm a professional. I don't need to listen to this."
Wait, but there's a box that doesn't respond.
No, every box responds.
Okay,
Which,
So-
you're
I
like,
will-
wait, what?
I will use my VSIM vision to look at the boxes. Are they all mimics?
No, one of them actually does have a treasure, but the treasure is an intelligent skull.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like that. So
Okay.
I will grab
One
that
of these
particular
mimics
box.
does not have a healthy cloaca.
Oh. Okay. So I kind of whisper to the other guys, I found the one that's a treasure. And I go and grab the case and I say, yeah, I'll go place this one. And
Yeah,
so
sure.
I just walk off in the direction of the Eagles.
Okay, now walking here is weird because even though you can't see, unless you've got a lamp or some sort of light with you, you can walk through the rock walls at the moment. And so, yeah, you could just sort of go till you see a light source, right? And yeah, you sort of clip through the walls, but it does feel kind of like you're moving through some sort of, slime or something, and it feels vaguely, cool to the touch. But as soon as you come out of the wall, you're back. So yeah, if you go between areas, you'll get back to where you can see by sunlight again and sort of dive into the room at the last minute.
Gotcha.
Now, are any of
So-
you carrying light sources, or do you not?
I don't
play
think
Shadow
that
Dark?
it says Vanamar needs it because he kind of
Oh,
sees.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me being a demon knight, do I need a light source?
That's a good question. Do demons have dark sense? Let's see. Sure. Yeah, you can see in the dark.
So
But everything looks a little black and white to you, like
Okay.
very noir.
Okay, so I'll take. They're heavy, the boxes. the mimics?
Yeah, they're pretty hefty. Yeah.
Can I take 2?
If you get the dude to help you with his little
Yeah.
slime guys or whatever, maybe. Yeah, he's sort of using them as like magically summoned forklifts, sort of.
Okay, so perhaps I will not have the chance to talk to Jalen, but perhaps I can
Hello,
get some.
sir. Could I interest you in a mimic? Fuck you, buddy.
Uh,
So by this time, of course, Sazanamar is already walking off with the actual treasure chest somewhere where he's hoping nobody will observe him,
Uh-huh.
off in the direction of the Eagles.
Okay.
And I'm going
Wait,
to.
the Eagles is the team that we want to lose, right?
That's
yes,
right. I'm
yes.
So
heading
why are you
towards
taking
where
the
they will
treasure
enter.
there? So
Well, there's a reason why I'm doing it.
Okay.
So I move. I mean, you're welcome to come with me and help me, but
Yeah. So
I
you come to their initial rooms. Is that the idea that you're going?
I'm going to be as close to where they're going to enter the game as possible,
Okay.
and
Well,
so that they will
there is
easily
a
see the.
there is a
Go.
portal. Yeah, that you want to put it right inside, right?
Right, and I want them to see it easily. So I will go ahead and open it and start talking to the magical skull, and I say, "Hey, buddy, my name's Tazanamar. What's you?"
I am the great skull of Kloblov. He says it exactly with that much enthusiasm.
What do you do?
I have no idea. I
Well-
converse. I provide magical advice, but no one listens. I'm like, don't
Well, you
pour
know what?
those together. They do, and then like potion interaction. No one cares. Sloppiness. That's the problem with magic today. Sloppiness.
We should probably show them some real magic.
Yes,
What do
we
you think?
should. Yes.
So
like
what
the
I need to
old
do
days.
is I need to get inside that case with you.
What? Dude.
No,
like-
seriously, I need to get
like
inside that
people
case with you.
size. People size.
Oh.
That's gross. Like, what are you gonna do? Rub yourself on me?
No. Yeah, you wouldn't want that anyway, because I show him
I
my
thought we were
tassels.
talking about doing magic the old way, right? The right way.
Okay.
All right. You got a
Yeah,
hat? Do you have a hat?
No, I do have a bronze face mask.
Yeah. That's cool. I love it, but you need a hat and a rabbit.
I have a hood.
Hood.
I have
okay.
I have
we can
I
work
have
with
ivory
hood.
horns on my skin that have black velvet tassels.
I love the tassels, but all right. So okay, here's
I do the
all
little
right.
dance where
All
I
right.
swing the tassels around.
I'm loving that. I'm loving everything about that. Now, can you get in a box and we saw it in half?
Well, we only have one box.
He's going to kill you.
So anyway, so I take the skull and how much space is there inside the box?
It's a like a small footlocker chest. So yeah, if you
Not
got
enough
in
for
here,
not enough for a person my size.
Yeah, you'd have to be a very skilled contortionist to fit in here for
Okay.
any length of time.
So
Or a
Kim
pixie.
Carvelli, do you want to try to use the box? The idea is that this would push you where they are, and you could have the opportunity. They open it up, and you just do something bad. Whatever you want to do. I'm trying to set up a trap for these people. Because for some reason, Jehudis
Wait,
doesn't want to
wait.
kill anyone, and it's does he know who he's with?
I'm a treasure. Why aren't we just?
You
putting the
are a
in
treasure.
the
That's
treasure
why I'm
chest?
taking you with me. Anyway,
I was
so-
told I would be in a chest, and I told
you will
and I
be.
and I was
I
told
have
that when
a-
I opened the chest, when they opened the chest up, that I could have doves fly.
well, I don't see any doves. Do you see
Not
these dog
yet.
sticks?
Not yet.
But
I've
you
got to
don't
work
have
up to
doves.
it. I've got.
Do you see these dog sticks? How would you like to be in a chest full of dog sticks?
I have no context for answering that. Like, what the hell are
It
they?
is the best thing imaginable. You will be the skull everyone wants.
It looks like a kid from the future ate a popsicle.
Well, they are, but they're worth a lot of money because people say they are. Anyway, my
Holy,
friend needs to use your chest, and I will find you a better chest.
you kids today. This is why I'm a
I'll find
skull.
you a better chest.
This is why I'm a skull. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get out of the business.
No worries, I will get you a better chest. So I take out the skull, and I will take him with me. And King Carabelli, you have a chest here by their entrance that you can use.
Well, I need something bad to.
Okay. Here's what I think. You get in the chest, and I'll put some doves in there with you. And when you come out, you throw some glitter, and you say pizzazz or like shazoom or something like that. I don't know. We need smoke.
And can we make the doves poop on them?
I mean, confidentially between you and me, magic secret and all, there's no real way to stop it. I mean, it's almost a guarantee. Doves get really scared. I don't know why they're the symbol for peace. They're like jittery. Is peace jittery all the time?
I'm trying to figure out if I can do something useful here. My original plan failed, so let me think.
Well,
Which is
when I
dangerous.
tried to put some poison on their magic potion, it created a bit of. So, if you have something that I can send, like a bomb, a glitter bomb.
Potions. Good Lord, what are we dealing with? Potions. What kind of stage presence is a potion? Here, drink this. Yeah, that's fun for moments. No,
Oh god, the
what
skull
you
with
need,
an
what you
attitude.
need, is a big, clear box filled with water, and we chain you up and throw you in it. Will she drown? Will she get away? No one knows. Oh, we lift the velvet. A question is made. The velvet falls, and it's answered. She wins. It's amazing. That's what we want, not potions.
So the skull is saying all this?
Yes.
He's talking too much. I go feed him to a mimic.
Okay. you find a mimic
I'm
like
determined I will kill someone. Anyway.
yeah, you basically push the mimic with your foot, and it opens up like to complain, and yeah, you just stuff the skull right
I'm
in there.
thinking.
Unbelievable! It says as the mimic swallows him.
Oh, god. Oh.
Okay, he'll be there for at least 72 hours before he comes out on the other side. So, Ken Carabelli, can we make use of this chest, which now we have the
Yes,
ability
we
to
just
have?
need to figure out what we need to use on them.
Unfortunately, I am too big to fit in the chest. I think you're the only member of our group who can
Yeah, but
fit.
I'm not magic. So what I'm going to do?
Let's see. Let me think.
If
Well,
only
you
I
don't
could.
have to be
If
magic
only
to
I
hit
could
like.
use my curse whenever I wanted. Maybe they would start moaning all over one another.
Oh, that's right. You have special abilities. What's your
Yeah.
special ability?
Well, it's a curse. I sometimes
That's
have
what you can do.
that effect.
Literally,
People
you
I
can
I
moaning.
can't
pop up.
imagine that you have been with her for any length of time and not had
Yeah.
this curse become apparent. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha,
People
gotcha,
get
gotcha.
horny and start moaning around me sometimes.
That's awesome.
Wait a
Then they won't be
minute.
paying attention to what they're doing.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. I got Jesus. These mimics are sentient.
Yeah.
Of
Okay,
course.
so listen to this.
Well, they're union, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll put 3 boxes together near the eagle's entrance. One box as you do your thing, and I will convince one of the mimics going real horny on the wizard. What do you think?
It's worth trying.
It's not killing. It's not
What do
killing.
you think?
It's not killing.
What do you think? Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's disappointing, but what do you think, King Carabel?
Yeah. Well, I touched the wizard staff, so maybe you could go on the warrior, because I'm hoping the wizard staff is not going to work, and that could be
Or
disappointing.
perhaps
for
that
the
it works
mimic,
in
of
a way
course.
nobody wants it to.
Yes, exactly. So maybe let's go for the warrior.
Okay. Alrighty, so King Carabelle, she's there in the box,
Okay.
and
I
Inside
will,
the box.
and I will talk to one of the mimics.
Okay. He's like, what?
So, what's your name, man?
I'm like a mimic. We don't have names.
No, you should have a name. You know, you're a person.
Okay. My name
You're an
is
individual.
my
You
name
count.
is Mimic One.
Listen, one. For me, you are number one.
Did
You
you
know.
call me Juan?
Yes, you are number one. You
Okay.
matter.
No, I can dig it. All right.
Okay, one. So here's the
Oh
plan.
no, you're back to one. I thought you said Juan.
One. Oh, one.
C. Yeah. C.
Okay, one. So the guys who are coming through here, they're assholes. But the
Yeah. Yeah.
leader,
I
you
know.
know, yeah, the leader, the wizard, you know, the guy that, oh,
The
oh
warrior.
God, yeah, oh my God, here comes Halen. Oh my God, he's so powerful. He's a wizard. Well, he's the worst of
Oh wait a
them.
minute. That you're talking about a cleric.
What?
You're talking about a cleric. Like wizards don't say, "Oh my god, that's a cleric."
Oh no, 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 I'm saying like the other,
Do you
the other
not know
folks.
your basic four? Dude, you're never gonna kill a dungeon adventurer if you can't tell them apart.
One, listen, stay with me, stay with me.
Hmm.
So he's the worst
I've,
one,
I've got no
but
feet, so I've got to stay with you, right?
yeah. So listen, he's the worst one, but he's the lonelier one. He never had, you know, someone that could
Wait,
saying nice things to him. You know,
is this the wizard?
Yeah,
yes, the wizard.
but we
Yeah,
want to
the
go to the
wizard.
warrior.
So, you know, I was thinking instead of attacking or trying to do some harm, well,
Hmm.
you could show him some kindness, some love, you know. Perhaps you could become a
let
better person. You
me
pick
see.
you
Look,
could you know you could become so I don't know you
look,
know
I'm gonna
some
level with you. It's
voluptuous
been a
woman.
while since I've had any. I mean, I've got this horrible stink going on in my keyhole, and I'm what they call a key eater at this point, and so I would love a chance at some sort of what I'm saying, some
Yeah,
action as it were. Look,
yeah you.
I'm 80% tongue, right?
Oh,
You would think that
oh,
someone would appreciate that, but no, it's
yes,
always the teeth people see.
yes. I like the way you're thinking. So go all in. You know, you'll be grateful. You'll be grateful.
So when I
Everyone
see
wins.
this wizard lady, I'm just gonna go crazy on her, right?
Not lady, guy.
Okay, okay.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
I'm
You're
not
one.
judging. I'm not judging. I'm just
You're
saying.
one.
I'm just saying. I'm not. That's not my thing. It's
Well, you should, you know, everyone should try new things, you know. Perhaps,
if you say think outside the box, I swear to God, I will kill you. That is the most offensive thing you can say to a
no,
mimic.
I'm not going to say that to you because you are number one, okay?
I'm one,
You
not one.
one, yes, you matter. So you think you could do that?
And I mean, no one's watching, right?
No, no one.
I mean, I would hate,
Well,
I would hate if I decide to switch teams and like the whole city is watching
no,
me from
no.
arena seats or something.
Well, look around. It's dark.
It is dark.
Who's yes?
It's
Who's going to see?
shadowy and dark.
Yes. Who's going to see? No one. Just you.
You know what? The hell with it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, well, Juan. Later we'll talk. Okay. You're here.
What if I don't see the wizard? Do I go bard?
Well, that's an go crazy. Anyone?
Okay, wizard, then anybody else.
Yes,
Got it. Yeah, I'm
I
down with that.
trust you. I'm with you. I trust you. Okay, you're the
Okay.
man.
No,
You're the
no.
man. You, you can do
Again,
it.
I think you're assuming a lot here. I have a cloaca, for example.
Yes, I believe in you. Okay, you're the man.
Guess there's
Okay.
just no reaching you, is there? Yes, we're good.
Yes, we'll get
And
a
yeah,
dragoon.
you feel the contract sinking in to place, and yeah, he's like, okay, or it is
It's
now convinced.
okay.
This is getting so complicated.
And I'll turn to them. I think it's done.
Okay. Sure.
All right, and
Well,
so
we have a second backup plan.
Yep.
and you're hopping in the abandoned treasure chest now.
Mhm.
Right, Ken?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Anything else you guys are doing while you're in here?
Well, I'm thinking what I could keep with me to throw over them. Smoke bomb.
Yeah. I mean, you're a thief. I think you'd have some
Yeah, smoke
ninja
bomb.
type
something
tricks.
like that.
So.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, you
Okay.
load in. You get this set
Yeah.
up. Anything else you're doing in here?
I-
You do hear a trumpet. You do hear a trumpet go off, and they're like,
Okay.
2 minutes to begin
Okay.
of game. All
Okay, let's
staff,
go.
clear the area.
Okay, Care. Good luck. And
Alright.
I'll. Okay, this. If
Where
I
are you
black.
guys going? Are you staying close to her? Are you
Yes.
leaving the area? Where do you position?
I'm going to leave the area. I don't think
Yes.
that we're
Yes.
needed.
Yeah. It's better for us to leave the area. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the whole point here is for nobody to know what we're doing.
Are you leaving the competition area?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you guys goop out using your staff badges, and a few seconds later, you see the thing solidify, and yeah, they start off their adventure. So we'll speed through time here. If you guys are observing, yeah, both sides sort of start doing their standard adventuring thing, going around. And within about 2 encounters, you start hearing them come into your room, Ken. And they're like, oh, can you believe that? Fucking lizard man. What was that guy? Like, I don't know. Some sort of like Ra worshiper or something. It barely bears mentioning. What do you think this thing's worth? Nothing. That thing is worth nothing. It looks pretty, but I bet you it's cubic zirconium. And then they like, oh shit, 3 chests. Oh, God. What do you think? And then they start mumbling to each other. You hear one of them open. And they're like, oh, mimic. And then there's a bit of a fight. And yeah, mimic dies on someone's pole arm. You hear the warrior, beating the chest against the ground like several times after it's dead. And they're finally like, Gron, dude, come on, pull it off. Like, no, mimic, worst thing ever. Mimic GM trick to kill everyone. I bet the other 2 couldn't possibly be traps or anything. And
Yes.
then now you start seeing people looking in the keyholes, and a few moments later you see thieves' tools kind of slide into the keyhole and start trying to work on it. So yeah, you probably got just a few moments before it opens. What are you up to?
Well, I'm going to pop out stopless and
Oh,
throw the smoke bomb.
gotcha. All right.
Somebody pulled the sleaze Chalt X card. That's what happened.
So-
So
Click. You hear the thing open. They flip open the cover and pull it open, and you pop out with your top off. And
Hello, motherfuckers.
the first surprise. Yeah, they have no clue what to make of you. Like, they pause for a few seconds, and the barbarian is like mid throwing the remains of the mimic on the ground again, and he's just sort of looking at you, slack jawed, like, "What am I supposed to do?" So yeah, you have a surprise round for them.
Okay, so I'll throw the bomb.
Okay, so smoke bombs, boo boosh. They go off, and you hear the wizard finish his spell, and the other box opens, and that's when you hear like, ah! And, yeah, it's now a smoky madhouse in here.
Oh god.
So you get a second surprise round of them trying to deal with smoke and naked pixie or topless
I'm
pixie.
thinking if I try to blast one of them.
Okay. You've got three choices. You've got the wizard, you've got the archer, you've got the barbarian in this segment. The other team is apparently broken off somewhere.
The barbarian.
Okay. So roll me at the hit.
17.
Oh yeah, that will hit him. And roll me some damage.
How do I? What's the damage?
You're a. Yeah, you're a thief. So yeah, your
Yes.
damage. You do 1d6 by normal, but you will roll 2.
Yeah, but
you
this
can
is
either
the
roll
best-
2
this is
dice
surprise-
or you can
this is
roll
surprise
1 and
attack,
double it.
Right, so it's triple damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, triple. Yeah. So you can either roll 3 dice or you can roll 1 die and triple it, whichever.
Okay. Well.
Just pick a method.
Okay, I'm rolling 3. 2, 3,
Okay.
and now a 1. So 6.
6.
All right, you get a pretty solid. What's your weapon of choice?
It's a fairy blaster.
Okay, yeah, there's a loud bass thump. The plasma, scars him in the back, and he's, gives off a curse and starts flailing around to see if he can find where it came from. Meanwhile, you see a tongue darting here and there, and the wizard is like, "Screw this," like bolts of Phantorum, and his staff explodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you hear him say, "Criminy," and then plop to the floor, and then you're like, "Oh, ooh!" You hear like this, the tongue is now like, "Oh, you like this, don't you? That's why you went all limp."
Oh god. Beautiful.
So you've got another round. So now a 20 or a 19 will be a crit.
Okay.
And the smoke is starting to dissipate
19.
a bit. Okay. And who are you targeting?
I'm going to the barbarian again.
Okay. So that will hit.
Okay. Now it's normal damage.
No, he has not seen you yet.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I'm small and it's.
until he successfully targets
so I'm
you.
going to roll 3 times. So I only have 2 dice. So I rolled a 6 and a 4. So a 9. Now for the third, it's a
6
3.
and 4 is a 10.
Yeah.
No, a 5 and a 4. Sorry,
9. Okay.
And plus 3. So I rolled a
12. 12. Yeah.
Okay, that's a decent amount of damage. He's like, "Ah, damn," and drops to the ground and starts crawling, doing a fireman crawl to kind of get somewhere where there isn't as much smoke. And he's like, "Clear this air, casters, do your work." And the caster is being manhandled or tongue handled. Mimic handled, but the archer is going to try for you and will hit for 6 points of damage, unless Judas going once, going twice.
Oh, okay. I will use the nepotism of the gods.
Okay, you're watching this and you're like, "Oh no,
No, please.
intervene!" You take 2 points of damage. as a arrow that for a moment looked like it was barreling straight towards you. For a moment, just gets a little pinprick of a knock, yeah,
Thank you,
and
God.
does significantly less damage.
Oh, while we are watching this, I'm just saying very low. Yes, tongue action. Yes.
The barbarian has seen where you are.
Meanwhile, I'm going
Aha.
to try to fly out of the room.
Okay, yeah, the barbarian is going to try a
Run
smack
away.
at you. Oh, yeah. And he does 8 points of damage to you on your way out.
Now I can't help you with that.
Hmm.
And now he's looking around like, what's going on? Where is everybody? And then he sees that his wizard buddy is basically, blown to pieces and is being manhandled by a mimic. And then the last thing you see is him looking at the mimic and the mimic looking at him, and he just grabs the tongue.
Oh
And as you're
no!
escaping, you just hear this mimic being hammered against the wall like this way and that. And all you can hear is the mimic saying, I'm one. I'm madder. But it doesn't seem to matter to the barbarian. You are now kind of freely floating in the dungeon there. You've got two ways of going. There's the west passage and the east passage.
Are we together or am I still by myself?
Nope, it's just you. They left.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
left
yeah.
the dungeon.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm the one.
Yeah.
How do I leave? How do I leave the dungeon? Fuck.
You try the wall with your staff badge,
Mhm.
and it, strangely enough, does not work at this point. Apparently, they've locked it to keep anybody from escaping that way. So, yeah, the previous ability you had is apparently prevented at the moment.
So I would have to go back to where I come from.
No, you can go either way. Like you've come out of the room, and there's like a west passage and an east passage.
Yeah, but this is a dungeon. I don't have to die.
Yeah, but you came in here by walking through walls. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're not sure of the geography at the moment.
Well, west passage.
Okay, so east. You head that way, and you're assuming doing all the usual, checking for traps.
Yes.
So when you
I'm a
get to the
thief, so I'm
corner,
good at checking traps.
when you get to the corner, you hear some people talking and scrambling, and then one loud voice is like, "Shh, guys! I think I hear Gron beating the shit out of something."
So that's
And
the
then
rest of the thing.
they get really quiet, and then you can hear him still knocking the wizard killing mimic, against every wall he can find. They're like, this way. Let's come this way. And now you start seeing lanterns approaching. Should we eat some rations?
I'm thinking if I know where the traps are, if I could make them, get them, how can I say, trigger them in a way that they would be caught.
You don't know of any traps.
Okay.
It would have been cool to ask some of the staff about that or something. But so, if you find traps, you certainly can then lead them.
Yeah,
But thus far, you've just gone partially down one corridor. So you can try to go up to the ceiling and hope they don't see you.
Yeah, that's what I'm going
or
to do.
into a corner, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, you go up to the ceiling, and sure enough, they step through, and they are far more focused on the floor.
Behind the spider web, a cobweb.
Okay, you get yourself nestled in a cobweb, and a spider kind of looks at you for a moment, but it's just a normal spider, and it's like, I don't want a piece of that, and ambles off. They come through, and as I say, they're far more focused on the ground at the moment. They're running poles around, and yeah, after a while, they hit what they think's a hollow in the floor. And they're like, hold, and then yeah, they all hang while their thief is kind of prying up testing that section of the floor. And while they do that, the other guy's like, hey, now would be a good time for those rations, wouldn't it? Why, heck, it would. I love tasty rations made with real pork. Real pork is great for you, and vitamins and nutrients that your body needs when you're down in the deep dungeons.
Are
And
they talking
they
to?
legitimately have this conversation just below you, yeah.
Okay.
To the tune of who knows how much recompense outside, right? And then, they're like, well, I'd be happy to have some too. And, they both chew on a piece of what looks like, some sort of jerky. And then the guy that's on the floor is like, yeah, it's pressure plate. Probably lights this whole place up. No telling. You want we should waste one of our charges on this thing? The guy's like, oh, if the other guys are in trouble, and then he starts yelling down to him like, Gron, are you okay? Gron's like, oh, the wizard's dead. The wizard's dead. We lost him. Any treasure? No. I felt really good about this one. Thought there'd be some sort of glittering skull or something, right? And after a little while, they decide that they're going to blow one of their. They have these little sandbags, and they pour a little drop of something on it, and the sandbag basically grows to about 5 times its size, and comes down on the pressure plate. And sure enough, the whole area, fills with flames from the ceiling. And then once it's done, they walk and meet up with their group. But at this point, they're down the hall from you, so you're safe.
I'm thinking if it would be worth following them, but that's probably dangerous. I will just sit there and see if the other two incompetents will do something.
Yeah, sure. I'm eating popcorns and watching this.
You sit pace for a little while. You see them, come back underneath you again. The whole group this time, and yeah, no one notices you as they pass beyond you and start heading back. And the guy's like, okay, I think
How many is the team?
Right now there are 6 in the team. So there's your
there used to be 7, but now there's 6. Okay.
Yeah. The archer, the barbarian, 2 fighters. It looks like. Putting them in here, and another wizard. I'm getting the numbers right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and a cleric and a thief.
Okay, I will try to follow them, but at some distance, like some rooms behind.
Okay. Roll me a check to sneak and give yourself advantage.
19.
Okay. You stay behind them, and they go to another room, and this room is filled with clowns, and they look like they're playing a card game.
Oh, creepy.
And the guys walk in on them, they're like, hi there. You want to pull up and play a game? No, God, no. If you guys got any treasure, well, gosh, the greatest treasure is friendship. And the barbarian's like, that's it, we killed them. and everyone just draws weapons, and yeah, it turns into a ballroom blitz, yeah. And of course, the clowns reveal that they have giant spiked teeth and and are basically these big infernal monsters. So yeah, the cleric is trying to
I'll
eldritch
try to
bolt
hit
them.
someone in the on the back in the middle of the confusion.
Okay, then give me a roll for that.
Probably the barbarian again, and I rolled a 19 again.
Oh, good grief! Yeah, you got this guy's number.
He hurted me, and he killed the one.
Yes.
He did kill one. He really killed one. One suffered.
And I rolled 9 damage.
Poor one.
Whoa, 9. Okay.
Little
Yeah,
one.
you drop Grond. Yeah. You find a good spot. He's fighting, and then he sees you over one of the clown's shoulders. He's like, and you take that moment to kind of just put one bolt right through his mouth as he forms the O and U, and yeah, you blow the better part of his brain out the back of his head, and he falls. And yeah, at that point the clown turns around to look in your direction, like, what are you talking about? And then yeah, the clown sees you and starts smiling.
And I will just fly to the ceiling again.
Okay. He is going to try to hit you, and he fails. And then someone tries to hit him and fails. And yeah, we're back into the blitz. So let me periodically roll here to see what the chances anyone noticing you are is. Yeah, you go another round of nobody else particularly noticing you in all the fight.
Kill the cleric.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go for the cleric now.
Okay. Roll me a hit.
18.
Oh, yeah, that will hit.
Okay. Uh, 7 plus 2 damage, so no, 7 plus 6, sorry, 13.
13. All right. That's a pretty hard knock. Yeah, you blast him, and yeah, he's like and goes spinning, and yeah, that's the point where everyone's like, "What is going on? What's that noise?" But the clowns aren't letting up either. So
Yeah, I'm helping them, so.
yeah, so some time goes by. One of the fighters gets wounded, and then they kill the remaining clowns, and are kind of looking around now and see that their barbarian buddy is down, and the cleric is, looking at his wound too. And they're like, "Yeah, waste the heal on yourself, buddy." And he's like, "No, Mortak is also injured, and my God finds favor with me if I heal others first." And so he heals the fighter up. Or does he? Let's find out. Yeah, he does a decent job. Yep. He gets the fighter back up with his healing ability.
Damn.
But yeah, he himself is pretty hit. But yeah, the poor Grond, the barbarian, is deceased.
So they've lost their wizard, they've lost their barbarian.
No, they have.
If they lose their cleric, they're done.
Well, it seems they have another wizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have two
Well, they lost
wizards,
one who was
but
their
the
leader.
other one isn't first string. He's not a first string.
No, we're not killing the important guy, right? What is the guy that we need to keep alive?
No, the important guy.
It's
Jalen,
from the other. It's from the other
Jalen
team.
is the one whose staff blew up. So yeah, he's already dead.
Oh yeah.
Their leader
Yeah, you're
is
attacking the
dead.
Eagles.
And yeah.
Yeah,
Eagles are the ones we
okay,
want to lose.
yes. Sorry, I was confused. Yes, we want the other team to win. Yes.
Yeah, and traveled clear sea, the Elven Archer.
Mhm.
And don't forget, we have money on the Eagles losing. So,
Yes,
Sure.
I know. I'm doing the work. Shut on, okay.
Do your job, woman.
And a few moments after that, as they are checking the everybody for treasure and whatnot, and they find yeah, sure enough, in the poker pot, there's this strange looking coin that has a pentacle on it, and the wizard is like, holding it up and goes, might do, but no sense in not keeping the hustle going. And at that point, you hear a trumpet sound, and they're like, "That's the end of the first quarter." Clerics and teams are invited to take a long rest as we and basically at that point they cut to darkening the arena again so that the people can't see what's going on inside, and staffers start coming in to refresh things and whatnot.
So can I
But
leave now?
the team areas are going to be blocked off, so you've got a couple of seconds to get out of there.
Okay, so
before-
I will leave.
Okey-doke.
I will go into the arena
Okay.
and go directly to Juan.
Juan is just paste. Yeah, he is. There are two mimics here, but you can tell which one's Juan because of the smell of the key eater just eating up his cloaca. It's cloaca. I'm sorry to every cloaca owner out there. I keep getting.
I will kneel next to Juan and just say a prayer.
Okay.
Okay.
God bless you.
So what I'm thinking about is, okay, so we know they're going to have a second quarter.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be the halftime show.
Should we be?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
the
Yeah,
three-
they are taking a short rest for the first quarter, and then they'll take a long rest for the.
I need a cleric or a healing potion because I'm down to 6 health.
Oh,
Oh,
we got one.
okay. I will heal you. Come here, you pixie, and I'll tap her on the shoulder and healing touch. 1d8. 1d8, and I will heal you for 6.
Okay, that's not bad. This is fun. I think I'm gonna go back.
Oh. Should we leave or should we stay and try to?
Well, what
Mess
I
with
would
them.
recommend is let's give her an advantage. So what I'm going to suggest, since this is very brief anyway, I will quickly come in and I will spend 5 of my hit points to give her invisibility. And that lasts
Okay.
1 turn per level of caster, so you've got it for 30 minutes.
Mhm.
You are now invisible. You are an invisible pixie. And taking actions does not interfere with your invisibility.
Yeah, it's real invisibility, not that
It is real
Romulan
invisibility.
crap. Yeah.
So I now go from 12 hit points to 8 hit points, but hey, guess what? You're invisible. And then I get out and say, good luck.
Romulan hit points.
I will heal you outside. Don't worry.
Pray for
Ah.
me.
Well, all right.
Bless.
So I will say, each of you can roll a saving roll.
A saving roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you would like, for what D&D would call an idea roll.
And
And
I
I idea roll. Oh, 7.
I didn't get it because I rolled a
Oh.
5.
That it must be equal or superior or just superior.
Equal is fine.
Okay, so I got equal.
2
Okay.
hour what? Sorry.
You realize that there is absolutely no security keeping staff from staying inside
Okay.
because
Yeah, but-
it didn't lose any sleep over Quinn State.
Okay. In that case,
I
we
feel like
should.
I've done enough making her invisible. So I'm going to go out because I really want to get a beer.
Oh,
And maybe a hot dog.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and if I stay here, probably I'm going to have to kill someone, and I don't want to kill. So
Okay.
I'm going with you.
Okay.
Let's have a beer.
We'll get a couple of beers and one of those
Yeah.
funny hats and
Yeah,
the
just
big
like
hand
the-
things.
So
And
a
a-
few
and a hot
moments
dog.
a few moments after invisibility sets in,
So
Is it-
I have
is it
6
Quink?
people to kill.
What? Yeah. What is your first
No,
name?
because the idea I changed it because it's supposed to be Kinker.
Tinkerbell. Ah.
Yes.
ah.
Oh,
A
Tinkerbell.
few
Oh,
a
I
few
love
moments after they leave, Kink, you realize that men really suck. Like, oh, we'll make you invisible. Have fun. We're gonna have
Am I a
beer.
man
Yeah.
in the usual sense? I do.
Right.
Yes.
I guess it's chalk, so I guess I have to be a
Girls.
man.
Well, I healed her, so
I made her invisible. Come on.
yes, we
So
help.
you have a few more minutes of
I mean,
fly
we
through
have
walls
the
and
barbarian,
such time.
the warrior is narcoleptic.
I'll be sitting in the stands prophesying. Dog sticks! Dog sticks!
And I will try to heal some damage also to him, to Mumbles. Let me
Okay.
see. A D8 oh, 8 for you.
Ah, I'm fully healed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, you've got a few minutes. Where do you want to be when you lock back down again here?
Well, I'm going to be in the room they were at.
Okay. So yeah, right
I'm
now that
invisible,
is
so I don't
just
have to worry that much.
right now that is just a solid area
Mhm.
to keep them from moving and to keep anyone from interfering with them during the break period. And but you can get in the hallway outside or
Mhm.
okay,
So,
you do so,
Yes.
and yeah, so it's 5-1 odds, or 6-1 odds as the as the game begins again. Beginning of the second quarter, the walls solidify again, and yeah, you're in a dark corridor that is only broken when a few moments later they begin ambling back out of that room in a slightly more recovered state and start walking around, uh, uh, coming in your direction again. Um, and yeah, they come underneath you again. More worried about the floors because apparently they've hit several floor traps already, and so they come up underneath you, and yeah, you and the spider watch as they go by, and they are headed to another encounter room.
Yeah, because I will take advantage to when they are being attacked by someone.
Gotcha.
Or being invisible, you could also activate the traps without them seeing.
Yeah, but for that I need to find the traps.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to get ahead of them and
Yeah.
look for traps? Okay. So roll me,
Yeah, I
roll
can-
me that, and give yourself an advantage.
16. Remember me again. How is the advantage?
Just roll two d20s and take the highest of the two.
No, 16 is the highest.
Okay, doke. Yeah. So yeah, you find a trap. Basically, you're like sort of remembering when it was clearer a moment ago where there were occlusions, and you're like, oh yeah, there was a machine like in the walls here. So yeah, you get to that spot and kind of look it over, and yeah, it's basically a saw blade machine that has two circular saw blades that come out of the wall and kind of pass through the room a
Gross.
time or two.
So
And yeah,
can I activate it in a way that it hits them and not me? So when they're entering the room.
yeah, there are two pressure plates on either side, and they will find one, and hopefully evade it or whatnot. And if they don't do that, then you can just push on the other one to make it go off. Once they think they're past the other one. So you're
Okay,
gonna
so I'll
try
do
for
that.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, roll that as an attack, and yeah, sure enough, they find the first one and chalk it out, and step around it, and yeah, the thief is leading the way with his little clock lantern on his belt, and yeah, he's walks into the area. So roll me an attack.
No luck now with a 13.
Okay. So yeah, you trigger it, and the blades roll, but yeah, he basically hears the click and steps back right as they run through, and then run back. They run into the opposite wall, and then a few moments later they run back, and then you hear a click of it resetting. And then he turns and says, "Who the fuck stepped on the square?" And like they look at each other for a few moments, and then one of them's like, "It had to have been him. I was nowhere near it." And now they're legitimately having a fit with each other because he thinks that somebody was playing a joke on him and clicked on the thing. So yeah, they're in the midst of an argument.
Click again, click again, click again, click again.
Click again.
Okay.
And maybe the other one on the other side.
You click again, and yeah, the blades zoom through, and then everybody kind of turns and looks, and then only then does it occur to them to turn and look at the square to see who's standing on it or in it, and they don't see anybody standing in it, and now they're all just sort of looking at each other, mouthing words to one another. And yeah, a few seconds later, one of their party just disappears.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Remember, you're also invisible, though.
Yeah, a few seconds later, you see chalk starting to outline the square below you.
That would be, if I wasn't flying, that could be.
Yeah, and so a few moments later, you hear a voice whisper, "Clear."
Clear. Get out of there quickly.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there. Yes, when I see it, I'm just going to fly to the roof.
Yeah, the rest of them come through. Nobody feels really good about going through the portal area. So they basically put someone on each of the little depression things, and basically the fighters are running swords through that area while everybody else goes through, and then they wait until the end, and then the last person, the archer just sort of fires a few arrows through the other area while that guy tries to jump through underneath them, and he doesn't do so hot at that, and the trap does. Oh yeah, okay, they're down a fighter. One of the fighters gets bisected trying to get his way out. He basically is, half jumping through when the guy's firing the arrows, and the arrows go over the area, and apparently that's enough to trigger it. And yeah, he gets bisected.
So then there was 5.
Nope. There's 6. There were 2 fighters. Oh no, never mind.
No, 5.
Yeah, I've got. No, I have the name of one of the fighters and the fighter. Yeah, so. Yep. There's 5 dudes left. So you've got Grond, the archer, a wizard, a cleric, and a thief. Or sorry, Grond is dead. You got
cleric, wizard.
Yeah, generic fighter, Mortak. Yeah.
And thief. So there's 4.
You've got an archer. You've got Mortak, the fighter, the archer, wizard, cleric, thief. Yeah.
Okay.
And then poor unnamed fighter is dead.
The cleric is still wounded, right?
You assume he probably isn't after the rest.
Yeah, the rest.
Yeah. And just by looking at him, I mean, you could see his robe is still burned, but yeah, the skin underneath looks okay.
Okay, so I will wait for another opportunity. I'm just going to watch now.
Okay.
Although getting them paranoid is also good.
They go into another room, and this room is a well, like a water well, with some lanterns around it, and then there's a riddle on the wall, uh, and it's in some sort of draconic language or whatnot. So they start reading the riddle, and then there's 4 cups on the well. One's blue, one's green, one's red, one's orange, and the riddle's all like, "Oh, it's very important to drink in the right order. Fire comes in the morning, rain comes in the evening." And they're reading it all off and arguing with each other about what order they should drink these cups in, and uh, and yeah, so you've got an opportunity here if you want to do something, or if you just want to see if they solve it or not.
What happens if I throw one of the cups to the floor?
It's hard to say, but you certainly can try it because they're mostly reading the riddle at the moment,
Okay,
and
so they will not be
occasionally turning around to look at the well.
If they cannot drink it, they cannot solve the riddle.
It's a good point. So what color do you want to? What color do you want to know?
Is there a fuchsia one?
There's not. There's blue, green, red, and orange.
Okay, so
And yes, I'm apologizing to Venger for the first 8 Crayola references here. I should have gone deeper.
Okay, so the orange one.
Okay. You knock the orange one over, and yeah, it falls, and it doesn't shatter, but it does just sort of get lost in the light and gloom.
And they don't notice. Nobody notices.
That's what I'm gonna figure out now. So yeah, they turn around and now they start debating like, okay, so the morning is obviously the red cup, because that is and then the blue is this rain, and the green is and the dappled grass of dew, and so they start putting them in the right order, and yeah, they're like, who's gonna go? And they look around, and Mortak's like, "Yeah, I know. Straight fighter's useless." And he dips the first cup and drinks it. Dips the second cup, drinks it. Dips the third cup, drinks it, and then a few seconds go by, and then he starts desiccating and turning into a mummy. As he starts turning into dust. They're like,
Nice.
"What the hell? What? Wait!" But then they put the cups back up. And they spare a few moments for their friend, but then they're right back to like, okay, we read it wrong. We had to read it wrong. Let's do it again. And then they turn around and start talking. And then it is at that point. Nope. It would have been at that point they had a chance to figure out that there are 4 items they're supposed to be sorting, but again, they do not notice that, and so they get into a big long debate. And finally, the wizard's like, no, no point. Puzzle room is bullshit. Let's skip it. Let's go to a straight up fight.
Okay, but we killed another one. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the guys, grudgingly agree and decide, to leave it behind. And yeah, they pat their buddy, grab a few items off of what's left of the dusty corpse.
Go to the kitchen for a second because I need to take a pill.
No problem.
What
Meanwhile,
happened? Yes, we're drinking beers.
Well, yeah, outside, you guys see that the other team is recruiting people and stuff inside. Like they have like gone into areas and freed slave women and stuff, and they're building a little entourage and whatnot, and their wizard is insanely good too. Like lots of illusions, lots of weird stuff, and they have a very regimented way of doing what they do, right? It's fighters are here. The stuff you're seeing the other team do is
Yeah.
really practical stuff. But these guys are like, these guys are optimized for puzzle rooms and bullshit you very rarely see, right?
So,
Like,
so
right.
basically, they almost didn't need our help, right, to win this.
You feel like that. I mean, both are very professional, but what you're seeing right now is a tuning for real world quote unquote dungeon adventure
Okay.
versus dungeon adventuring that is just all going to be like, puzzle rooms and encounters with weird things and whatnot, and they've got rooms in here that you can see where like it's a subway station, and
Oh,
like they've got to fight a street gang or something like that. So yeah, there's some really weird stuff going on here. Also, people have noticed that the other team is like something is going on with the other team. They're like, "What's going on over there?" Oh, let's go to you, Paul. Like, that's very strange. Who touched that? Who touched off that thing? And so, yeah, like already there's some talk about, like, is something weird going on?
oh,
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
And they're like, oh, it looks like they've thrown an invisibility spell on their scout. Let's see what Marcus is up to. And then they tune the edges of the dungeon to show invisible stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, basically you can see Marcus on the ground doing the chalk mark around his square, and almost nobody can make out, but you guys
Yes.
are well aware that like,
Yes.
oh, that's a pixie right above him, right?
Yeah, it feels like the biggest problem is going to be the assassination, but I don't think that's actually our job.
Jed, tell me something. When I talked to the mimic, did you consider that was my demon power?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
So the assassination is going to be tricky, considering that I don't kill people.
Well, yeah, I was about to say you can't talk anyone into doing themselves, right? Like they will do things that you can tempt them into doing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
so yeah, that's
In
probably
other
a
words,
bit
they have
much.
to have a willingness to do it at some level.
Right. Well, they get a save, and their save is very advantaged if you're trying to get them to do something that they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
out of
That's
there.
yes. I know.
I'm not actually that worried about it because I feel like the you know we've already earned a pretty healthy amount of gold. We can play it by ear and decide whether we want to take the risk of having
You guys
any
are
involvement.
the best at missing the final objective, aren't you? Like, let's just quit. Let's just quit
Yeah.
while we're at it.
No, I mean
Yeah,
it's
we
like
have the money. Let's
we're,
go.
we're,
I
we're the
mean,
guys. We're the guys who have the money and leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
No, I get it.
yeah.
Why go
Why take the
kill some
risk and
guys
maybe
when you
lose
can
everything?
send a pixie to go do it?
Yes, precisely.
Exactly.
So yeah, so yeah, as we get closer to halftime, Kink, you're looking at them, kind of, trying to figure out what to do about their poor
Yeah.
fighter buddy in terms of getting stuff off of him, and then they're just like, no, just leave it. He's not carrying any treasure that matters for this, and yeah, then they, this puzzle room didn't work out, so let's just see what else we can get. But yeah, now they're really worried about what their treasure's looking at a lot.
Do they have?
Crap.
Yeah, that was I was thinking. What treasure do they have?
You see that they've got like a little coin or disc sort of thing that has a pinnacle on it. They've got a magical purple mace that looks like it's made out of a transparent substance, and that thing is talking. So that's a decent weapon, right? So you think they've got a couple of treasures that you think are probably pretty legit, and sadly you have no idea what the other guys have at the moment.
I'm
So
thinking I'm trying to if something I can try to steal, but probably just the coin because it need something that I would have to be able to carry.
okay. So yeah, you wait for them to kind of get involved in listening at a door or something, and Okie doke. Well, the wizard is carrying the coin, so roll me a sneak with advantage.
Okay. How much do I need? Because I'm stealing from them. I'm going to do my Slitty Tor in case it's needed. Because I rolled a 15.
You need a 14 or greater. Yeah.
Okay, then I rolled a 15. It's good. I don't need to steal from them.
Okay. Yeah, you take the coin. You take the coin off of them, and yeah, as soon as you do, it's like so much better here. You understand me, not like them.
Oh God!
Oh my.
So what are we doing here?
Well, am I talking to the coin?
Yeah.
So we are killing them.
Okay. Now, theoretically, we get to the end of this thing. Am I going on an altar to Nephalis?
Do you want to?
No.
Of course, you don't want to be sacrificed, right?
Yes. I mean, does
Well-
anyone?
I'm not part of the game. I was paid to boycott the game, so I don't need to. I can save you, buddy, if you help me.
So you're not trying to win the game,
No.
but you're still part of the game.
I'm playing a different kind of game.
Okay.
I bet
So
on the other
one
game.
wish, top of your head.
Well, I have 4 people. Now I'm thinking because I need to. Can you kill 4 of them? Well, can you kill the 4 of them?
Can't do anything directly. I can just make something happen for you.
Drop a rock from the ceiling on top of the cleric.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can
You
give you-
take
I
the
can give
cleric
you the
out, the
rock.
rest of them are dead.
I can give you the rock. I can't.
Oh, you
Oh,
could.
true.
Oh, you could resuscitate one back from the dead.
That's not a bad idea. Can you bring a horny mimic back from the dead and
Of
put him
course.
here with us?
If that is your wish, then that it shall be.
Okay, then let's make the Hua appear.
Awesome. Your wish is my command. And the coin disappears, and Juan is in front of him. What the hell just happened?
Hey Hua,
My
I'm a
hinges are
friend of
killing me.
Putas. I just brought you back
Oh, I could feel my hinges pop.
because you're special.
Yes, yes. Do the talk. Do the talk.
Fuck you, lady. You know what's special about me?
I'll just put back. I just saved your life, man. Show some appreciation, respect.
Fair enough. All right, what can I do?
I'm going to point to the cleric. Maybe. Well, that was the guy. I think those are the guys that killed you. Totally lack of respect. The fact that of the love you were showing the wizard.
Where is the guy that killed me? That big, hulky guy with the fur and such.
Well, he's not here anymore. But the other ones were cheering for him.
Nah,
And
it's
they
him I
all said
want.
you were gross and that you smelled bad.
Damn, that cuts. Like
Yeah.
you can actually see it stop for a minute. It's like, that's nothing I can do anything about now, right? We all make choices in this life, and sometimes you're in the club scene, right? And you just take any key that comes, and you don't think about where that key's been and what's on it.
Oh, wait. As soon as I see Juan coming
So
back, I
he's
start.
promiscuous.
I'm getting up and
Yeah.
Juan.
Team one.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
suffering the
actually
consequences
see
of.
you actually see another person cheering for the mimic too.
Yes.
There's this woman, this old lady that's like, "What?" And she's holding up a key, and the key is just like black on the end, and she's
Oh.
like, "One, one, 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 one."
Poor
Oh.
Juan paying the price of promiscuity.
But take a divine favor.
Oh.
So you've got one with you here. What
Mhm.
well, what do you what?
Well, I
what's the
want him to
plan?
kill some, to attack some of them, but at least.
Okay.
Mm,
So you want me? You want me to do the cleric? You say?
yeah, that will be good. I mean, you need to live up to your nature, right? You're a mimic. That's what you do.
That's true. Okay. So
Just be the greatest mimic you can be, Juan.
he thinks about that for a second, and yeah, now you see him change and warp, and now he's this crystal, this crystal cylinder that's got runes carved into it and has like an emblazoned symbol of the new gods on the
you are
top
so
and
good.
everything. You kind of hop up out of the way as they come back into the room, and they're, tapping along, and oh wow, just right there in the middle of the hall, huh? The thief who is still invisible is kind of like, how long is she invisible for, by the way?
I think it's
Uh,
30,
He is
30
invisible
minutes.
for a half hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
3 turns.
So yeah, so Marcus is still invisible as well, and yeah, you hear him kind of poking on it, and he's like, "Oh boy, this is a weird one. It's not magic lock. It's not a physical lock. It's a divine lock. According to these runes, it requires the blessing of Holmont to proceed." And the cleric's like, "Oh, Holmont, yeah, not my choice, but certainly within the pantheon I'm familiar with. Step aside, boys, step aside."
Go
And he
Juan,
starts.
go Juan,
He
go
pulls
Juan.
out. He pulls out his map case of scrolls and starts coming through a few of them, and then, rosins up his holy symbol, gives it a few kisses, shakes his shoulders out, and then stabs it at him, because he's well aware that everyone at home is watching, and like, "In the name of Hossets, I command thee, open!" And yeah, the mimic's like, "Yep, you got it." And Juan's teeth just sort of rip free and dive at him. Oh crap! And he rolls a 20.
Oh God. You go, Juan, you go.
Juan is living his best life.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying
He
my
very
hot dog.
much is. All right, so 7.
I'm cheering for Juan.
Yeah, exactly. We're sitting eating hot dogs and drinking beer,
Yes.
just thinking Juan
Yes.
is awesome.
He
Yes.
has 23 points of damage.
How many?
23. So
Jesus.
the cleric
Wah, wah,
is
wah.
dead as a dead stone. Yeah. Okay. Cleric down. And let's see how Juan fares when the rest of them go.
I'm going to help because I'm still invisible, right? So I'm going to attack probably the archer. Oh no, the wizard.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that, and you get to roll with advantage because you have surprise and you're invisible.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
That will do it. Roll that beautiful. A 20 and backstabbing means that you roll 6 dice.
Jesus.
Okay.
Ouch.
So 9 plus 6 for the first 3.
15, 15. Yes.
And now it's 10 plus
25.
6, plus 6.
31.
Okay. Wizard is dead. We can stop rolling dice. Yeah. Yeah. You basically, while this is happening, the wizard steps back, and you just put the barrel of your blaster to the back of his neck, and he's like, "Who's that?" And you're like, just wizard head goes flying and into the back of the archer guy, and he's like, "Whoa, what the hell's going on?" So yeah, there are now two guys left. And yeah, they're like retreat, retreat, and basically you just see the archer get pulled by an invisible force down the hallway as Juan is like, more, I want more.
Outside
back
the
here, you
crowd,
bastard.
Juan.
Yeah, the crowd is losing their mind at this. Like, the fact that this thing came back, and they're like, oh, there's an X factor here, but it's one the crowd loves.
I look over at Jay Udis and say, I think that we
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
got our bet one. Yeah, I think we won our
Your
bet.
dog
Yeah.
Yes.
coin, your dog coin, your dog coin player of the week is Juan. He came out of nowhere.
Oh, beautiful.
So I
Yeah,
think my
so-
work here is done.
Yeah, they basically hold up until halftime, and they're like, "Oh crap," So yeah, unless you're doing something else with them,
No,
you've got
I'm a thief. I'm not a psycho killer. So,
Okay,
No, you just murder 3 or 4 of them.
but that was before money.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think there's no reason for you to take further risks. I think we're
Yes.
good
Yes.
on that. We need to be thinking about stage 2.
okay. Halftime comes, and again, there's a trumpet noise, and the groups basically get little place markers for themselves and get sent back to their ready rooms and get to do a more thorough rest. And there's some talk about whether anybody is going to try to resurrect or replace anyone, and there's some talk about that. And then the halftime show starts, which is a bunch of Naga and what are the serpent men whose names I keep forgetting? But yeah, they're Cobra men and Naga and such doing BDSM dance in what is styled as the family-friendly halftime show. Brought to you by Kid Watchers. We're the #1 babysitting firm in all of Agrabah. Kid Watchers.
Awesome
Our
entertainment.
name sounds worse than it is.
I'll try to go back. I'll try to go back to the arena and try to find Juan.
Okay. Yeah, you find him. He's sitting there like, ha ha ha. Look at me,
I told
Mom.
you. I told you, Juan. I told you.
You did.
You're meant to do greater things, Juan.
I want to convert to your religion.
You want to? If you want,
There you go,
to,
dude. You now have a lawful mimic.
He's like, I found the deep faith and deep and abiding faith in fill in the blank, and then he gestures at you like you're supposed to fill in the blank.
Well,
fill in the blank, dude.
if you want, you can come with me and try, and together we can try to find the true meaning of life. You want to come in me, and I'll take my hand and come with me.
Yeah, you get a tongue in your hand. Hey, is there anything you can do about the cloaca?
We'll see
Probably.
about that later.
We'll see. I'll come up with something.
Yes,
It
I
might
will see
involve-
about that
It might
later.
involve, like Clorox and ultraviolet lights. But,
Clorox for your cloaca.
Yeah,
exactly. Cloaxa.
Yeah.
Clorox. Yes.
So, yeah, the halftime show, gives you guys a pretty good amount of time to do stuff. So what's on
Do
the
you-
agenda?
Do you need some healing?
Well, yes, why not? I can get a little bit more back.
And you
Okay.
will stop being invisible midway or so
Yes.
into
Oh,
halftime.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
that
It
was
was
the
totally
thing.
worth it.
Okay, so I will heal you 7 points.
Okay, good. I got back to full health.
You don't need healing, Mumbles.
No, I've been sitting
Okay.
there in the
I want
stands
to
with you,
something. I want to
drinking,
drink with a
drinking
straw.
beer
I want something
and
pink
eating
with a
hot
straw.
dogs. I mean,
No, about that part that I don't want to talk about it. What do you want to do?
How
let's
are the
see.
other team going? Is the guy
Oh, they're doing
alive?
great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah, they're going to
fantastic.
win this thing.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
that,
the arena is proud to announce that May May has entered the building.
The evil one.
She is
yeah,
attending in the royal box seats in order to see her paramour win, hopefully, the Supron Bowl. And then the crowd's like, May May, and now like all the May May fangirls are jumping up and down to the point that you actually feel the dungeon shaking. It's the Aeons tour. I love you so much. I want to have your babies and then kill your
What?
babies and then have babies with your babies.
oh my
It's
lord.
they're just insane people out there, celebrating that May May has arrived. She's more important than dungeon delving. Hey, watch it, sister. Yeah,
So
there's
one of the
basically a big
questions.
kerfluffle outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, remind me: is our job to kill her or to make sure she makes it to the altar so she can be
They
killed?
said that it was job to
No,
kill, but he also said
kill
that
her.
we didn't want, so we didn't mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
E10N said that the prediction their soothsayer said that if these guys win, that he's going to propose to her in front of the altar, and that would be a
Okay.
known location for her, which is something that's rare to have.
Well,
Gotcha.
I killed a lot of people today, so I think I did my work. It's up to you guys.
Speaking of killing people, her flying palace has settled over the arena, and the death toll is in the teens right now. But as the fuel and alchemical powders that it emits into the atmosphere build slowly, that figure could go up.
Goodness. So what is holding her
But
floating palace?
she has bought a significant amount of potion offsets, so no one can really judge her.
So this raises an interesting question to me. Her floating palace is right over the stadium, and do we see what's actually holding it up? This is it like little nodules that float? Is it actual like exhaust from?
It looks like some even number of large demons with flaming whips coiled at their belts.
Right. Demons is
Yes.
what they are holding the palace?
It appears that they are holding the palace aloft, and the potions that allow them to do that are being sprayed onto them at tremendous environmental cost to anything below. But again, potion offsets. There's somewhere very close to the Black Pyramid that's probably getting healing potions dusted onto it.
Well, I could try
I
and
really
talk
feel
to
like
them.
actually killing her is not our job. It's just our job to make sure she's where somebody else can
Well,
make sure
how
she gets
much do we
killed.
make on the?
You will
on
make
that bet?
5,000 more if they just win, and Elon's people can be there.
Yeah, but
You
how
get-
much do we make on the bet?
Oh,
Bet
the odds are not the odds that these guys were going to win were pretty
Mhm.
decent. So I mean you'll probably get about 40% more of your money than you put in. So it's a decent roll around. But
Excellent.
the bonus for killing May May
What
would outstrip that.
what if we could drop the palace on top of her?
Well, that's a great idea. We'd probably just need to take out one of the demon supports, and that would cause the
You
whole
do
thing to be
understand that you're not
unbalanced.
gonna kill just her. The palace is huge.
Yeah, the palace is yeah is she's got a staff of, a modest staff of about 80 to 100 people inside.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to drop the palace would be to kill one of the demons, or to,
I
You'd have to kill
I can
a
deal with the
significant amount of
demons.
them. Yeah.
yeah.
I can deal with the demons.
Then there's trying to kill her, but the problem is she's a powerful sorceress, and this worries me. I'm a being of chaos. I believe in merit, and to me, it's not meritorious to kill her if it means any undue risk to us. So I would rather take our existing winnings and just tell the Elon people that I'm sorry, E1 people
E10M.
Yes,
E10M. Yeah, I
and
would rather tell them that they really need to do the job themselves
Mhm.
and
than take the risk.
besides, we already make something greater than money. Today we made a new
Friends.
friend. Yes,
Oh my
Exactly.
God! Take a
Juan.
divine. Take a divine. Also, one for you, Kink, because you have been carrying this team.
Yeah.
I think towards the end, like Miguel's going to show up and like he's going to roll a 20 and kill May May with his
I was
Yes.
full
about to
range.
say he's missed a lot of goofy fun this evening. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah. R.I.P. in the chat for Miguel.
He needs to see the recording tomorrow.
Yeah.
So halftime, in, out. What? Yeah, where are you guys going to be at the end of
Well,
halftime?
I'm gonna be resting and eating popcorn.
Okay. Are you going to go back in after, or are you guys done with the arena
no, I think we're
manipulation?
done with the arena. Yes.
Okie doke.
Yeah, it's simply, I guess, we're playing the numbers here.
So, are you going to try to position yourselves to be close to the altar for the final ceremony?
Yeah, I really like the idea of trying to kill a powerful sorceress.
Yes, we can try it.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
but
very, very cautious. I have a plan. I do. I have a plan, which will
hmm,
be when I do it, it will be very painful. But I do have a
I can
plan.
heal you. Don't worry, I can heal you.
Hopefully, what I'm thinking of won't get us all killed.
Okay.
So, um,
I'll turn to Juan and say, Juan, don't come with us. This will be dangerous. Wait for us over there. And I'll point
Danger
to
is my
him.
middle name. It's one danger, name to be determined.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. If you say so.
When you healed my wounded cloaca, you gained a friend for life. If you need me to look like Tupperware, I'm going to look like Tupperware.
Oh, God.
But I don't do French pockets.
of course not. Of
Okay.
course not.
There are limits, of course.
And in another word, ooh. So
Okay, what's your
yeah,
plan?
so let's position ourselves near the altar,
Mm-hmm.
taking advantage of our um taking advantage of our staff stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so guys, I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do, and believe me, you'll know when I do it.
Yes.
And then the only thing that you two would need to do is support me just in case I can't take her out fast enough.
Okay.
All right.
The
Well,
real
and
goal is to hit hard and run away.
Okay.
the staff
Right.
badges get you a lot of access. Like people are bending over backwards for each other if you're staff. And
Dog sticks to
and
the moon.
someone says something kind of weird to you as the halftime is wrapping up. A guy comes over and he goes, "You guys have got about 10 minutes before your stage is up, so just be ready." And we've already done everything that the E101 has asked us to do, or
Oh.
E10N. God, it's hard to say.
Okay, they have people inside.
Do
Okay.
you think they're trying to screw us over?
It's
Probably.
always possible. It's Chell.
Yes,
It's
but
always
we are.
possible.
But the gods of the law watch over us, so we are good.
Right, whoever they are. So
All right, so let's
let's
find out how things go for the third quarter here. The Chiefs are doing really, really well. They lose quite a few retainers, but at a certain point, they're just, Chaltian mine detectoring everything. They're sending in retainers to test for traps and things like that. And the crowd isn't super cool with this, but it's working. And so the Chiefs are like, yeah, whatever, like send in the slave girl. Oh no, it was a trap. All right, we'll pay more attention now. And the two remaining War Eagles are actually playing really careful now. They're playing OSR, right? Like tapping everything, being real cool, running from big fights, and they are just about opening treasure chest and getting stuff and getting the hell out. And since it's an archer and a thief, they're doing pretty well. You don't know that they're going to retake anything, but there's no telling if they live. There's no telling, what treasure they get, whether it would be acceptable or not. So that's the state of play. So about midway through third quarter, a staffer is like, "All right, guys, are you ready for the teleport?"
For for where?
You're on in 30. So we better
Okay.
get you ready. And yeah, like one of them takes a wand and it's like, spirits of commerce, do your bidding, and then he throws a spell onto you, and now you're on a stage with a big dog coin logo behind you and a bunch of visual aids and stuff around. And a few seconds later, a guy's like, "You're live in 5, 4,
What?
3,
What are
2,
what?
go!" And then, music starts playing, and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsor, Dog Sticks."
Well, I'm going to look at numbers.
So
Yes, Mumbles.
what I do is I immediately start to prophesy.
Okay.
Dog sticks.
Roll me,
They will
roll
hold the
me a,
apocalypse.
roll me a advantaged saving roll, and
All
assume you're letting Elvis come through as well, right?
Exactly. So the first one's definitely a loser. Second one, I got an 18 on the die. First
Okay,
one was a
so
4.
you guys see your cleric start swaying his hips and kicking, and then he's talking in he's speaking in tongues, and then he starts into this like groovy song, since my currency left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's on the corner of Hockey Stick, Dog Stick, and he goes into his little routine, and the crowd eats it up. Like, folks are applauding. 30 seconds later, you guys are kind of like helping sell it, or are you just standing there like shell shocked while this
Yeah.
happens?
Well, I'm dancing.
I'm just
walking around and dancing.
well. In my case, I'm just paralyzed watching him. I just
I
what
probably
the
have some
hell?
dog sticks on my
Give me a little less
hands,
talk,
and
little
I'll
more
fly
dog
around you.
stick.
And meanwhile, Juan has turned into a trash can that is labeled fiat currency, and he is just starting to, wave his tongue around
No.
while all this goes on. And then, 30 seconds later, you guys, it's all over again. And the guy, counts off and then throws another spell on you, teleporting you back to the sidelines off the advertising stage. And, a lot of staffers are clapping. They're like, "Hey, pretty good. It's better than all that droid crap that everyone else is doing."
I'll just
And then,
turn to them and what the fuck? Mumbles?
I was
What the hell was that?
I was channeling. I was channeling my spirit guide. That's all. His name's
Okay.
You,
Elvis. He seems
Yeah,
very musical.
You guys have
Okay.
seen quite a bit of these presentations, and yeah, they have a lot of them been droids doing stuff, and everybody's talking about how AI is taking over advertising and how sickening it is.
End
But
of the
yeah,
world.
but apparently you guys really, brought it back with a good, heartfelt, sales pitch from a maniacal, demon worshiping cleric who can really, really sling it, and that's what people really want.
Yes, precisely. Show. Uh,
I feel like I put way too much of my own feelings into these games. There's parody, and then there's whatever the hell I do.
yes.
So yeah, the third quarter starts, and you guys going in, going to manipulate anything, just see how it
Do you
plays
think
out.
we need to make sure something about the archer?
I think we're going to let it play out unless we
Yes.
find there's some serious reason we have to get involved.
Yes. Unless there is
Okay.
some. Yeah.
Well, it does not. Work out well for the archer and the thief. Eventually, they meet a very, very strangely incongruent cacodemon in the middle of a room that is otherwise filled with like these Ewok-looking creatures, and everyone in the staff is kind of looking at each other like, "Did you put that there? I didn't put that there." Like, and so. The game is finally called, and sure enough, the war chiefs assemble with their treasures, and they present them before the altar, and the altar finally glows blue when they place upon it a skull, a golden skull, and they're like, this sacrifice pleases the god. And the skull's like, if I may say something. And they're like, oh, okay. You guys are doing magic all wrong. All wrong.
Oh,
what
God.
about a sexy assistant? What about it? And then poof, like there's this big burst of energy, and like these tendrils of blue just suck the skull down into the altar. And then the altar pauses for 2 beats and then belches. And the referee guys look at each other and hold their hands aloft and are like, the decision is made. Your Supron Bowl champions, the Chiefs of Battle, and the whole crowd's like, yeah.
And they'll just go.
Except, except for all the May fangirls who are now just wigging out because they may have gotten the same prophecy. And then there's all these interviews, and they're like, Patty McCombs is like, I don't want to thank everyone. No one believed in us, but we were the Chiefs of Battle, and today we finally proved our name out. And then traveled Clear Sea in his little, elven ranger self is like, if I may, I would like to take this moment to ask something very special from a very special person. And you hear the
Okay, I'm getting ready.
oohs,
Yes.
and
Guys,
Yes,
guys, when it happens, be
Yep.
ready to run.
It's like
Run.
one girl has really stolen my heart this season, and I think you all know who I mean. And I would just like to ask her if she will make me the happiest elf on earth. And at that point, May struts out, and yeah, there's even like music playing, as she comes out. And basically, think of a more BDSM version of Evil Lynn from from He-Man as she struts out, and in her classic stance, she is holding her microphone as though she's about to fart in it. And then she raises up and goes, I just want to say how surprised I am to hear this.
Yes. Yes.
And he walks forward and takes out a ring, and he holds it. He's not like trying to put it on her finger. He's holding it out in the palm of his hand, and you guys can see that it's got elven writing around the edges of it. that is glowing. And yeah, this golden moment is building up. All the fangirls are leaning
I'm looking at
forward,
Mumble. I'm looking at Mumble's end. Yes.
and yeah,
And then
this is
suddenly you guys hear a sound, like the sound of weird thumping coming from where Maymay is. Wish. I wish for a chartreuse sandworm to come up underneath her.
oh wow, okay. So
You guys see
how many?
blood coming
How
out of my
many?
eyeballs and my
I was
ears.
about to say,
'cause
how
this
many hit
hurts.
points are you taking?
That's 6
here?
hit points of damage, and I can't heal it for a year.
No, but
Yeesh.
I will.
You can't heal me for a year.
I can't heal you.
Right.
Not for a
yeah.
year. I got 6 hit points. I'm just down for a
This
year.
is the maximum level spell that he can. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
Well,
18 hit points. Holy crap! Yeah. Okay.
18 hit dice. 18 hit dice.
No,
Oh,
it
you're
just
about the 6th
it
level
just says
spell?
hit points. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's only if I
It's-
cast it as a dark ritual.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. If he is a dark ritual. So, oh boy. Okay. All right. And let's see. Is there anything? Nope. All right. So, yeah. A few moments go by, and you hear a noise that only a few people in this town care about, and that is civilians screaming. As several layers of the arena are eaten through by a large a worm that finally stabs its way up through where Maymay is standing, and also the poor elf who was trying to put the one ring on her.
the One Ring.
And yeah, he just grasps, kind of hangs there for a few seconds, and then just sort of sloppily and flaccidly retreats down the hole. And you hear Juan say, "Now that's mimicking."
So chartreuse sandworms are like 15 hit die monsters that are gigantic and do like
Yeah.
3 1d20 attacks per round. They're just
Think
monsters.
Dune sandworms, only fabulous.
Exactly. Gay sandworms.
Gay sandworms. Okay.
And I hope that
Glitter.
no one thought that my imagery there was too phallic, because it absolutely wasn't.
Well-
and so
well-
yeah, now you guys are kind of looking at a shocked, everyone's just sort of looking at that. A couple of beats go by, and then Patty McHolmes is like, "That's it, we're going to Disney's World." And then everyone starts cheering again, and the cacodemons holding up for Palace kind of notice that Maymay's not there anymore, and just sort of meander out of town.
It's
Carrying
like I
it
said,
to-
now's the time to run, guys, because
Yes. Let's go.
decides it needs to eat everyone.
Some say that the Palace is finding wherever Klaus Schwab lives.
Dow, dow.
Well,
You
let's get
guys
the-
managed to make it
Yeah.
to the inn as arranged, and E10N meets you there, chuffed beyond words. He's got 2 bags sitting next to him, and he's like, "Well, I have to say that is probably one of the best investments that I've made, and I bought Bluebird."
Okay.
And
And
renamed
he
it
lays
TripleX.com.
and he lays the 2 bags down. He goes, "And the advantage is that I paid you in dog sticks, so that wonderful commercial you made is actually going to make your reward even more valuable."
And that's before we consider that we've also got a side bet going.
Mhm.
So we're making plenty
Yeah.
of cash today.
Yes, and a new friend.
Mhm.
And a
And
new
the
friend.
friend.
I'm gonna say the new party member.
A little
So
more
yeah,
reliable than
you guys
Palacio.
get paid and you get out, and yeah,
Yep.
they take you to they're trying to take you to Gamma canteen, Gamma Incel
Oh, the
canteen.
Gamma Incel?
But,
Yeah.
But on the way there, you get sucked up into the entourage of everyone that's going to Disney's World. So you spend the next 40 days and 40 wonderful nights on
Oh, God.
the Limp Biscuit Cruiser, one of the finest Star Cruisers available to the Federation, and then end up on Disney's World, which is just an entirely forgettable and run down
Forgettable. Yes.
amusement park planet. But the cruise there and back is pretty nice. And all this, and then eventually one of you notices, hey, where's Pasio at?
Yes. Where's he?
Where'd Pasio go?
He was our fill in the class.
Yeah.
And so that, good people, is the kind of stuff that happens when you go to Chalk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madness ensues.
The power of
Maybe
friendship.
Please.
and maybe the next time we play Chalk, we can play it with the Red Room's upcoming Swords and Sorcery game.
Oh.
Yep, there you go.
Do you want to say anything about that, Sylvia?
No, Miguel is working. He has a camera.
Now, do you
But
need
it's
to
not
go?
going to be. No, it's not going to be as fast as people are used to. So we
Do you
can
need
take
to-
like a month.
Do you need to go shut off things on Miguel's end?
No, I'll sort it. I'll do it after.
Oh, I mean the
So-
recording.
Yeah. But after.
Oh, you'll just clip
close
this
the
out.
session, I will take care of that there.
Okay. Well, in that
Yeah.
case, the word of today is applesauce. Thanks for everyone that watched, and well, have a good time.
Yep. Bye.
Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, and we'll see who
Night.
actually wins the Super Bowl, which will be weird.
Yeah, there
Oh.
you go.
Be
And
funny
then, of
as hell if
course,
the
all
Eagles
the-
win.
all the cool kids should have been watching this, though. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, good night, everyone. And have a
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I've written down the time and now just tell Miguel to cut it.
Cool.
Okay, so let's decide what we'll do next week. During the week, I have two things that I may run. So if nobody else wants to run anything, so there is Cold and Dark, and there is one of my investigative or adventures, Celluloid Killer, that can be played two ways, and one of them is like a slasher film. So I'm tempted to do it that way, but we'll discuss it during the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Fine by me.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night's sleep.